December 5th. Remember the date, December 5th. Sorry, in pre-stream I was looking up stuff about the new Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering cards, like the holiday bundles. Apparently they're all coming out on December 5th. I don't know if they're gonna have pre-orders or something, or like that's the day they go live to order. I don't know. But remember, December 5th. I'm very invested in this because one of the bundles is my boys, aka the Final Fantasy 15 boys. And it looks really good, so I want to get that. Like literally 1010 alerted me to them earlier today. Like he DM'd me some of the bundle stuff, and he was immediately like, your boys your boys are there. And like 1010's gonna get the Chocobo bundle, I think, and the Chocobo bundle also has something related to Final Fantasy 15 in it. So basically, if 1010 gets the Chocobo bundle for his Scrunglow, then he's going to give me the card of my Scrunglows, because there's a new swamp thing, like a new land in the Chocobo bundle that has it's like all of the boys on Chocobos riding off into the sunset or something. But I looked at it, I was like, my boys, my boys are here. Like he literally shared like a row of 5 different cards that were like, oh look, new lands based off of Final Fantasy games. And then I was like zooming in, seeing like which one like was with which game, and I was like, my boys, I see them. Yeah, the Chocoboys. Man, like I want to stream Final Fantasy 15 at some point. Like I've been thinking I want to stream 15 for like a long time actually, but you know, I'm always busy with other stuff. And Halloween's almost here, so I can't play it right now because it's Halloween soon. Because I gotta start playing Alan Wake next week, and I'm very excited. Alan Wake 2, I mean, the second one, which I already have downloaded. Like, it's already ready to go. I just need to wait for October to hit, and then we can get started with Alan Wake 2. Which I'm excited about. Oh yeah, one thing, like, I'm probably gonna talk about this when I actually stream Alan Wake 2, because I'll probably be, like, showing off the options. But, like, there's a ton of options. There's a fuck ton of, like, accessibility shit in Alan Wake 2. Like, I was genuinely shocked. Like, I think there was, like, some colorblindness stuff, and, like, some other stuff that I was like, oh god, like, this is actually way more than I expected from Alan Wake 2. But also there's an option that I'm going to be utilizing, which is, basically it makes it so jump scares, like, because the one thing I know about Alan Wake 2 is that there's more jump scary stuff in the game. Like, there wasn't really any in Alan Wake 1, which I liked. But in Alan Wake 2, the one thing I heard is that there is more jump scary stuff, which I was like, oh no. But there is an option in the game where you can make it so you can turn down the flashing lights and the noise. So, like, you know how typically jump scares is like big flashy, and also like there's a big loud noise that happens. So it makes it so like the noise isn't that loud and it's not as sudden, like not as bright. So I've already like turned those options on, and actually like I was genuinely surprised that it was included in the options to like alter the jump scares in some way. I was like, oh, I like this. Wait, I didn't know this was possible in these kind of games, but I guess they are. But hi everybody. So before I like start, you know, yapping, I've already started yapping, but you know, I am going to be playing 2 games from the Visual Novel Festival currently going on Steam. The first one is a complete game, as in like this game is already completely out. you can buy it stuff. And the second game is going to be a demo, and both of them I was told were roughly like an hour long each. I forget if one or both of them has voice acting, so we're gonna find out. Like, because I am only a solo, like, usually when I play visual novels, I'm with the Tome Tuesday, but, like, the two games I'm playing today are, like, primarily focused around, like, two characters, which is, like, not really viable for a Tome Tuesdays, because, like, we're a group of 5 people on Tuesdays, so if I brought, like, this game to Tuesday, it'd be me and one other person talking and everybody else twiddling their fucking thumbs. So I try not to do that to people, as a group, unless, like, unless it's a week where, like, I know it's gonna be just, like, me and somebody else, which has happened before. There's only been weeks where it's, like, me and somebody else, and I actually, like, have some games in the back of my mind, like, if that ever happens, which is rare, I, like, bring those out and be like, hey, this is gonna be, like, just the two of us today. Like, I also try to make it so it's, like, not a VN that is, like, multiple love interests or anything, because that's, like, more strenuous on the person with me. If, like, if it's only me and, like, 1010, for example. Like, I'm not gonna ask 1010 to be like, hey, voice 6 love interest, please. That's cruel. But yeah, so the first game that I'm playing is Fearbonding. It is, for this one, I was, out, how do you say this? I'm completely blanking. Sorry, I had a long week at work. I had a long week at work at, you know, the long day factory. So my brain, like, because I only just got off work like 2 hours ago, so my brain is still, like, a tiny bit fried. Like, I got off work, I did some DDR for a bit, and then took a shower, and now I'm literally here. So it's been a long week. It's been a really long week past the Yowie, and this is the Yowie I'm passing along. But I was given a key for this by the developer, which I really appreciate. This is Fearbonding. It is a BL Yandere one, like, which, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna stress, generally don't like Yandere stuff, but this was actually a game that I had on my wish list before the dev reached out to me, because I don't like Yandere stuff, but I actually like it if it's in, like, a horror setting, or, like, something with kind of a horror mood to it. So that's kind of my personal taste about it. Like, I generally dislike Yandere stuff if it's, like, presented as romantic, because it kind of wigs me out. But if it's in the, because it makes me uncomfortable. So when it's presented as horror, I like it better, because I'm like, oh, it's supposed to be uncomfortable. I think this is interesting now. You know. So it's kind of like, I don't like Yandere, but nuance, you know? But, so I'm excited to try this one out. The devs did say it would take me roughly an hour to play, and, I think this is the full game. Like, I mean, this is the full game. I have the key and stuff, but, like, I believe that this is, like, all they're planning on doing. So I'm not sure if they're planning on, like, doing updates later, because I know some games are, like, they are interested in doing, like, updates and stuff down the line, and, like, adding some content for free. But I'm pretty sure that this is, like, the complete package, you know?
Thank you for choosing Neurosis for
Oh,
all your
Texas.
malware needs.
TTS is not gonna interpret that emote? TTS? Okay. Hi, Vexus. Thank you for the resub. Welcome to Fearbonding. Lamau, I know. Like, I guess TTS also had a long day at the long day factory. God, my partner started using that word like randomly a couple weeks ago. Etched was just like, I had a long day at the long day factory, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna adopt that into my vocabulary now. I'm gonna steal that for myself, and now I just keep on using it. What's the other game? So the other game is gonna be Okami Okami, which is a demo for that was just released by um if you watched the Atome Tuesday thing earlier this month, I forget which day it was, but we were playing Death and Theology, and Okami Okami is by the same developers. Like literally like at like so like I was like emailing the developer for Death and Theology about like, hey, I'm gonna be playing it this day. If you wanna look at it, go ahead. Uh, and then like literally right after we like had wrapped up that whole like discussion, like a day later, they reached out like, hey, I know we just talked, but we have another game if you want to try it. We also have this one. so so they're very nice. I forget like I saw something on Blueski that like said that they were like they're a developer from like some country. I forget. I think it's Southeast Asian, but if I'm wrong, then you can like kill me or something. I don't care. I've had a long week at the Long Week Factory. At this point, who gives a shit? I have not said hi to people. Whoopsies. Whoopsie daisy. Eni, thank you for being first. Hi, check these. Hi, Empty. Oh my god, Empty's here. I fixed this, and oh my god, Aira, hi. Aira, did you see the new Final Fantasy cards? One of your boys is in it. in the Chocobo pack. It has Cecile, I think. Hello, hi, Young. Welcome in. How's everyone doing? I'm here. It's been a long week. For context, is because like September and October are my busiest months at work. So it's been a busy week. It's next week, I'm hoping it's gonna be a little like, because like the reason why this week was so busy is because everyone's trying to speed to get things done for September, and that means like it all gets shoved at me for the final review. So I'm hoping next week it'll be like we finished up our September work and time to start working on October work. That kind of thing. Hope it gets easier. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it gets like next week's probably gonna be like a solid okay out of 10, but it's not really gonna get like easy until like late October, I think. Which like technically I'm in my busy season until the end of the year. Because like at my job, it's kind of like a half of the year is extremely slow and chill, and it's like a chill time, but then the second half of the year is like busy, kind of. So it's kind of like it's like that. but September and October are like the worst ones. Like I am in my chill zone until beginning of September, and then I'm immediately like thrown into lava, essentially. And then like the rest of the year, like after October's done, I start crawling out of the lava and trying to cool off and like still some lava splecks keep like flying at me sometimes, but like that's the rest of the year for me. But good news, I already took like time off for the holidays, so essentially, like, after, like, the day before Christmas Eve is the last work day of the year for me. Because I, like, stacked a bunch of holidays and stuff together. So I'm like, ooh, I could have a really long break at the end of the year. That sounds fun. Lava Nur, you're supposed to drink the fox water. I'm sorry. I was in a trance or something. I was in a big trance, and then he said it was fine. He said it was fine. Like, I looked back at the lava, and then it turned into water. And then when I drank the water, it was fine for the first few sips, and then it turned into lava. So, oh, thank you for the stretch and hydrate. Man, watching Chuck play Silent Hill F, very interesting. Interesting game. I like it so far. And like, sorry, I am checking my Discord because I have like 2 messages. I want to make sure they aren't important before I move on. Okay, that one isn't important, and that one is not important. Okay, cool. Gonna play it yourself. I mean, I don't like playing spooky games. I mean, I like them, but also I like horror a lot. I like it. I really love horror as a genre. I really like it, but jump scare, spooky stuff scares me a lot. So I am usually very cowardly for that stuff. But I don't know. It's also 70 Bones. Yeah, I'm mainly a watcher. Like, there are definitely some spooky games that I play myself, but they're heavily curated and stuff. Like, I ask people, like, if they have certain things in them, mainly jump scares. Like, I played Signalis on stream. Signalis was, like, whenever I think of, like, ooh, spooky games I've played on stream, it's usually Signalis I think of. I played, Eve, a lot of RPG Maker horror games. Eve, Mad Father, Strange Men series, only some of them, though. Like, not Crooked Man, because Crooked Man has a lot of jump scares. Right now I'm playing through Signals. It's really good. Yo, Signals is really, really good. Good game. But, yeah, usually if there's a game that I'm interested in, but I'm scared that there's going to be jump scares in it, I usually just, like, ask my friends to play it for me, and so I can watch my friends play it instead. I did that with Check with mouthwashing, which turns out that I probably could have played mouthwashing by myself, because it's not really a jump scary game, but it's still very funny I made him play it instead. Because that's a miserable game. Which, by the way, I liked mouthwashing. Okay. Mouthwashing, the game, extremely good. Like, my opinion on mouthwashing is that it is part, like, of a genre of media in my brain that's like, this is miserable to watch, and you hate it, but it is a fantastic piece of art. Like, I feel that same thing with, oh my goodness. Requiem for a Dream, where, Jesus Christ, is miserable. Holy shit. Holy shit, what a horrifying movie to watch. Jesus. Is it good? Yes. Do I want to watch it ever again? Absolutely not. I never want to watch that again. And I have the same feelings with mouthwashing, where just like, was it really good? Yes. Fantastic even. I think it was a great piece of literature / interactive media. Do I ever want to play it or watch it again? Absolutely not. Ooh. Watch that movie when I had a repeat lecture in school. Why in why would you watch that in school? Why would you do that to yourself? Holy shit. You wanted to suffer. You wanted to suffer. That's what I think. I think you wanted to suffer. I was bored. Oh, I was bored, so I'm gonna watch the most viscerally uncomfortable movie that was ever conceived. About it was a pretty. You're calling Requiem for a Dream fun? You're calling it fun? You watch the fucking ending sequence where like you watch as like people go insane, go through electrocution therapy, get their necrotic arm chopped off. And you're just like, oh, it's fun. It's so fun to watch someone's necrotic arm get chopped off. Wow. the fucking story about like how drugs like the probably like the biggest anti-drug PSA ever. A regular Tuesday. Wow. Oh my god. Like the reason I watched Requiem for a Dream in the first place is because in college I actually had a minor in like communications studies or something. Like it wasn't called that, but I was essentially like studying like mass media and stuff. So one of the I forget what the name of the class was called. It would have been more interesting to watch it with someone. Oh my god, I wouldn't have watched that with anybody. That was horrifying. But I mean, technically I did have to watch it in the class, which all of us, it felt like you were watching it alone because all of us were just like, all of us just like, but it was like a media studies class where, I think it was like something, we were studying, like, how culture is portrayed through media. Like every week we kind of focus on different things. Like, 1 week we focus on like coming of age stuff and like how media shapes and is shaped by culture and that kind of stuff. As a class, oh Jesus Christ! So we watched Requiem for a Dream as part of like drug related content. And one of the things I learned in that class was that like Requiem for a Dream, apparently people were saying that it glorified drugs. Like like people tried to be like, ooh, that's a trash movie because it says that drugs are good. So like literally my professor was like 5th or 6th grade watching me about a school shooting class. What the fuck? Yeah. Like seriously, he was like, yeah, so when this movie came out, people protested it because it glorified drugs and told the people that drugs were really good. So let's go watch it and see if they're correct. Literally just like, okay, so this is what the media said, this is what people said about this movie. We're gonna watch it together and see if they're correct. They fucking watched the movie. So here's the thing, because like the movie's divided into like 2 parts, I think, where like the beginning of the movie, it shows like, hey, like it shows the characters' lives getting a little better, you know? So like at that mark where like, like there's the part where like they're getting into it and things were looking a little good, and then it all turns to shit. So like in the middle, like we took like a little break in the middle of the movie, and the professor was like, okay, this is where most people probably stopped. So they thought the whole movie was like that. Like, they fucking just, like, walked out and be like, meh, 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 meh. It fucking glorifies drugs and stuff. See the sun beyond the horizon, but yes. And then we started watching the rest of the movie after a little break. The professor fucking walked out of some of the segments. He's just like, hey, so we're gonna watch the rest of the movie. If I walk out, don't worry, I can't watch part of this anymore. Like, he just flat out, like, looked us in the eye, just like, yeah, so, like, the end of the movie disgusts me to a visceral level that I can't watch it. So I'm gonna make you guys watch it instead. So, like, it was an entire class of us just be like, oh. Because I'm pretty sure most of the people in my class had not seen the movie yet. So I had not seen the movie yet, but, like, I'm pretty sure, like, everybody else around me had also not seen the movie. So we were all just like, okay. Okay, what does that mean? So, like, right before that sequence at the end, you know, like, the sequence where there's, like, a lot of really fast cuts between all the characters as they're going through, like, the worst shit in their lives. Like, you know, the arm getting chopped off, the ass to ass thing, like, the grandmother being electrocuted, the elderly mother getting electrocuted and stuff. Like, all of that happening, like, he fucking started walking out, like, right before that. He was just like, bye. See you in a bit. This is the last lesson of the day. Like, for me, it wasn't even in class. So I'm pretty sure it was, like, the last lecture for him and also the last class for me. It was the last class for me, but, like, pretty sure that was the last lecture for him too. But yeah. Funny little class I was in, right? Funny little class. But then the pressure just says, yeah, so, like, and then after, like, the movie stopped and all of us were just like, like, the teacher walks back in and he's just like, so guys, do you think that movie glorified drugs? But interesting class. I really liked it. It was both a study of, like, how, like, culture interprets a media and, like, whether it's accurate or not, and also, like, how culture shapes, like, a piece of media. Like, there's definitely like a few things we had been shown that was like, it was like, we would watch something and then he would, like, give us some context, and, like, we would watch something that we would think, like, oh, it's just a regular scene, and then he'd pointed out and be like, hey, this scene was supposed to be comedic because back in the day this was funny. And they'd be like, oh, okay. And then we, like, would do, like, a study about, like, how culture has changed, like, why we don't find this funny anymore. Like, not in a, like, ooh, woke humor kind of thing. It's just, like, how the culture has changed around it. Got any other movie or something like that from remember for that class? Yeah. So, I was actually introduced to, I forget his name, but the Korean director that directed Parasite, I was actually introduced to him through that class because one of my, like, homework assignments was watching Snowpiercer and writing an essay about it. Snowpiercer, really phenomenal movie, by the way. Love that movie. So I would recommend Snowpiercer from that class. I haven't seen Parasite. Parasite's so good, man. Parasite's really good. So if you want any movie recommendations, I recommend any movie from that director. You have seen Snowpiercer? Okay, so I recommend Parasite then. There's Parasite, and also there's Mickey 17. Mickey 17 is, like, his newest film, and I actually really, really liked it. Like, Mickey 17, like, it's not, like, for that director specifically, I consider it to be, like, Parasite is his best work, but my favorite is Snowpiercer, and my second favorite is Mickey 17. But I also think that Parasite is his best work ever. Like, objectively, I think that is a magnificent craft that he made. But, you know, like, I think Parasite is best movie, but it's not my favorite, you know? But Mickey 17 is really fun. And also, I don't want to say, I don't want to spoil Mickey 17 if you haven't seen it, but there are some things in that movie where you think, oh, like, obviously this is a commentary on this thing that happened. And then it turns out that the movie was entirely shot and filmed before that thing had happened. So, like, there is a scene in that movie that I flat out thought, like, oh, this is kind of on the nose. They're, like, doing a bit about this thing that happened. And then I look into it and, like, like, they had completely written, shot, and edited the movie before it even happened. Like, it was a little freaky to read that. It'd be like, wait a minute, you weren't riffing on this event that happened? That was just a made-up thing that you made up in your little head? What? So, keep that in mind. Like, there are going to be some things that feel like Mickey 17 is riffing directly on real life, when in actuality it was like, some of it is actual political commentary about the United States, but some of it is legitimately like they were just making up stuff for the plot and it happened to coincide with what happened in real life. Which is fucking insane to me that actually happened. Anyway, we've been yapping for a little bit, so I'm gonna get into the game. Sorry, I got like, so doing a Simpsons prediction. Yeah, but like scarier. Because, you know, Simpsons predictions, they did it years ago. They did it years ago, and it was all in the name of parody. But then, like, this movie, it was made at, like, the director's work is inherently political because he does a lot of, like, political commentary in his films. But he was doing a critique about United States politics in the modern age, and then happened to predict some things that actually happened, like, not like 5 years later, but like a year later. It was freaky. It was really freaky. So yeah, we're gonna get started on Fearbonding. Tay, you're looking at me? Tay, you're looking at me like that. What's up, buddy? Hi, Tay. What's going on? I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. Is he not in his apartment? I grind my teeth as I listlessly stab my spoon into a bowl of yogurt, oats, and dried fruit. The usual. Uh-huh. Another day, another meager human dish. My body so badly craves some real food. I take a bite while my eyes wander to the TV in my small apartment. I chuckle escapes my lips as I watch a man scream for his life on the screen. If this was a real murder scene, his fear would be overwhelming my senses. Sweet, viscous, and potent enough to send me headlong into electrifying height. Ooh, viscous! Why is viscous ooh, it's dripping. I'm drunk and spend an ungodly amount of money on food. Damn. Like, what kind of food? Is this Star Wars? Is that why it's Swift's favorite genre? No, it's a visual novel, just like Metal Gear Solid. Hi, Mimi. I feel shivers down my spine just imagining it. Oops, I'm already drooling. Not good. I wipe my face with a tissue and sigh. This must be how humans feel when they watch a food commercial. My craving for fear intensifies again. Hello! Thankfully, it's time to head to work anyway. Hopefully, we get to transport some terrified patients in the ambulance today. I hum and carefully spin my keyring around my fingers as I leave. It doesn't take long before we get a call. Just 20 minutes after my shift began, I'm already heading to the scene with coworkers. The youngest of us three is driving, while I write down the case info in a paper form. Japan is really the land of forms, isn't it? It'd be great if they at least gave us a laptop and a tablet to type all the info in. I focus on the case at hand and go over what I know. Okay, Twisted Nerd, at least you could do something in visual novels. In Metal Gear Solid, you just need popcorn to enjoy the movie. Oh, stop being correct, young. Stop being correct. Taco Bell pizza. What the fuck? That's so much food. Like, when I think I've ordered a lot of food, I think that you just, like, bought out the Taco Bell. Not that you, like, called 3 separate places for food. We shouldn't make too angry. I think he's in denial about Metal Gear's VN dialogues revolving around a man repeating the last 3 words he hears in question format. The man called us because his girlfriend got hurt. Apparently she cut her own throat with a kitchen knife, but because he intervened, it isn't a deep cut. He's still worried and wants us to come, even more so because she also fell on her head during their fight. When asked why she cut herself, he mumbled something about her threatening him, but the call cut short when she started to yell. Strange. She threatened him? Why? What would make her so desperate? Maybe he tried to break up with her and she lost it? How did she fall on her head, though? What if it was him who? Nah, no use in guessing what happened. He had the giggle grass. Oh god. Oh god, he's gonna... What's it called when you're drunk and high? Is it crossfading? Or is crossfading a different thing? I don't smoke marijuana. I have no interest, and also smoke fucks with my lungs. Crossfaded? Yes, I was correct. Can't wait to meet them. Knock knock. Excuse me, we're with the ambulance you called? Mr. Arima? Kosuke Arima? Oh my god, thank you for coming. Please come in. I don't drink. I do. I don't smoke marijuana though. Or do the edibles. Because, okay. I don't smoke anything because my lungs are little baby lungs. And, like, if I'm standing next to somebody who's smoking, I, like, start having a coughing fit. Especially if it's tobacco. Like, marijuana, I'm, like, more fine with, but tobacco smoke, it, like, really fucks up my lungs. And I don't do edibles because I am afraid of having too much. Because whenever I hear things about edibles, I hear about people accidentally having too much. And if you have too much, it's really bad with somebody with anxiety like me. So I don't want to have an anxiety attack. The only drink of my fictional Sprunglow happens to be a hot 40-something-year-old man with high tolerance. Mimi? How much orders it said you could... Oh my god. I mean, I'd ask that too. Be like, yo, you got Taco Bell and curry and pizza? Hello? Lookner, I'm looking. At one point I had a coughing fit for a couple minutes one time. Yeah, shakes hand. Like, I have, like, little baby lungs. Because, like, I think it's because I was, like, my household was non-smoking. Like, my parents didn't smoke. So, my lungs, like, got used to the fact that there wasn't smoke in the air. I guess. So now when I'm around tobacco or, like, sometimes marijuana, I'm like, ugh, I gotta cough all the smoke out immediately. He's quite restless. Fear is also there, but this is... With my demonic eyes, I see fear taking shape around him. In his case, it's about an average size. The viscous ink-like liquid is turning into multiple arms reaching outward, with a static noise-like pattern to them. Unsmoked lungs, hand them over. No, they're mine. Varka's really hot, and every time they talk about him in Genshin, they're like, ooh, he drank he outdrank the god of war or some shit, and he shows up and he's blonde, has the fattest biceps. Anime man could turn me into an alcoholic. Mimi. Mimi grabs you by your little shoulders. He can't have the fattest biceps because he's a Genshin Impact character. Anyway. Isn't this fear of abandonment? I expressed the urge to lick my lips. Alright, back to my walk. How you doing? Welcome back from your walk check. This guy's got fear. You have to believe. I don't believe me. Ito had the thinnest of sticks of her arms. Vila could give him the fattest biceps, I'm sure. Yes. But that means you're only appreciating them in fan content. You're not actually experiencing it in the game. I also played Silent Hill F. He's not special? Okay. Ha! This guy is mainly worried about himself. I put on a neutral expression and follow the man into the apartment. His girlfriend is sitting on the couch, holding a towel to her neck. Oh, how wonderful! An intense fear has taken hold of her. It's like a cocoon enveloping her. It's slowly turning around her, moving like black glue and splitting into multiple arms that hug her form. She feels suffocated, but nowhere to run. I bite my tongue lest I smile like a maniac at the sweet scent of her fear spreading. I suddenly open my hand towards her and begin to suck the fear into my fingers. It tingles as it wanders through my veins into my beating heart. Ah, how sweet. Also, we are a creature that feeds off of fear. And also, this is a yandere game, so... As soon as I have enough to fill my stomach, I stop. If I gave in right now, I'd be on a high and unable to do my job. I noticed that Mr. Arima stepped closer, bringing my senses back. She's still a bit out of it. You mentioned she hit her head. Is the super fair that it has ascended past the super fair? What the hell are you talking about, Check? I don't know what you're talking about. What's a super fair? Oh, super fair. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's yandere. It's soot core. All VNs are soot core. Yeah, she fell when I tried to take the knife away. Can you confirm that, madame? She slowly nods, but her eyes remain unfocused. My coworkers open up the folding wheelchair. She can still move, so the wheelchair is a better option than the stretcher. Keep applying pressure on the wound, Miss Shiraishi. We will help you get to the ambulance. Hey, can I come with you? Yeah. Miss Shiraishi grabs my hand. Is there something you want to say, ma'am? She slowly shakes her head. I guess I'll keep seeing you afraid then, my honeycomb. I check her wound to make sure it's clean and not too deep. Then we guide her to the wheelchair. Mr. Arima, could you please bring some of her belongings with you to the ambulance? Like her health insurance card? Yes, along with anything else that could be useful. On the way to the ambulance, I keep asking her questions to gauge her current state, but her unfocused stare and slow answers make my coworkers worry. At least she was able to confirm her full name, Yukiko Shiraishi, as well as her date of birth. As we drive, I fill out the form with her personal info. Miss Shiraishi is still in a daze, so I fill in the rest with Mr. Arima's help. Then I start checking with nearby hospitals for any open beds. After several minutes, we finally get a positive answer and make our way there. Mr. Arima is fully focused on his girlfriend, whose eyes stare fixedly at the ceiling. She won't even let him hold her hand when he tries to gently grasp it. You two just make me even more curious about what happened. Their fears start to overlap slightly, pushing and merging and separating again. How did it come to this? How did they create this wonderful fear? The car slows down as we near the hospital. Ah, but I don't want to leave them in this tasty paradise they've created. What a shame. After a long day at work, I'm back home. For the rest of the day and even now, I still think about that couple. Damn, I want to eat their fear again. It's been a long while since I've eaten something so delicious. There is so much fear vibrating that I could even feel my stomach for once. If I was around them more, especially the man, could I get to eat more often? I can't help but grin as I imagine feasting on the fear he causes. We transferred his girlfriend to the hospital without trouble. I imagine she'll be staying there for a while now. Should I visit her? Could be a bit too suspicious. There are privacy laws to contend with, after all. But I don't mind taking a little risk for such fear. Maybe instead of visiting her directly, I could ask like I'm just visiting something else. A made-up relative who just happened to mistake her room for theirs. And if her boyfriend visits her while I'm there too, that would just be perfect. I survey my apartment to distract myself from my temptations. Catch sight of my e-guitar. I should get to practicing for the upcoming jazz festival. Yo, I play jazz? I was thinking about that response for 10 minutes. Oh my god, baby. Maybe there's a better distraction. Oh. Okay, so we have the manga, the guitar, or the laundry basket. I'm gonna explore the manga. An old classic from the horror mangaka Junichiro Ito called the Tomomi. I read his works from time to time. Wonder if there are still things that truly frighten him after drawing horror manga for so long. Is it the same? Yeah. I should do some laundry, actually. Into the washing machine with you. I find a note when I check the pockets. Isn't this from the guy I slept with once? Hope he's not still waiting. Thought I made it clear I wasn't looking for anything serious at the time. Yeah, it's Junichiro, not Junji Ito. Time to practice. As I play, I zone out, only focusing again whenever I notice a mistake I have to correct. I feel like drowning out the world as I focus on the music. Being on stage isn't a bad feeling either. I like looking down on people as they look up at me in adoration. And it's just the right distance. They can't ask for more than me playing well for them. Childhood relationships are easy to handle. I've had my fair share of mishaps from misreading the mood in a social group, all because I was too caught up in someone's fear. Standing out of strange makes it hard to get close to those who are scared. Exactly the opposite of what I want. Who could it be? I want to see you. I miss you, my dear Hinata. I want to touch those talented hands. Play for me, Hinata. I know you're playing for me. What? God, what a disgusting pig. Must be the same lunatic from before. I've already blocked various numbers he's used to discuss the issue with my bandmates. He's using a lot of burner phones, so it's hard to locate him for the police. I started to get these messages right after one of our performances, and they mentioned my hands and guitar a lot, so I suspect it's an unhinged fan. Hope someone takes care of this trash one day. Man, I don't want to practice anymore. Put away the guitar, turn off my phone, and set a separate alarm clock to wake me up tomorrow. I really ended up here on my day off. I can hardly believe myself. But the fear tasted so good. I even went as far as posing as her friend to ask for her room number at the hospital counter. Ah, fuck it. I'm here already, so let's try to meet them. As I get closer to the room, I slow my pace. Now, what should I say exactly once I'm in the room with her? Just when I try to think of how I can salvage my improvised plan, I hear a woman screaming. Oh, just leave me alone. Then I hear a familiar voice replying. Babe, please hear me out at least. That's Kosuke Arima. He must be talking to Miss Shirashi. I pushed the sliding door slightly ajar so I could listen to our conversation better. No, my mind hasn't changed. Let's break up. My eyes widen as they fall silent. So when we visited them, she didn't threaten him because he wanted to break out. Instead, perhaps he wouldn't accept her wish to break up. Oh, I beg you, please don't do this to me. I can hear him whimpering. I can't do this to you. What about what you did to me? All these weird presents of yours. Do you know how suffocating it is to be your partner? Get out, or I'll call the hospital staff. But no but. You're insufferable. You always argue from your point of view, your own goddamn needs and insecurities, but you never consider how I feel. Do you even know how long it's been since I met up with friends or family because of you? I did so much for you. See, this is what I mean. You don't even get what you're doing. God, I pity your future partner. Now go. I hear footsteps approaching and move away just before Mr. Arima leaves the room, closing the door behind him. He looks embarrassed, angry, and scared. I grab onto him before I can even register my actions. His fear of abandonment looks even more spiky than before. This doesn't taste bad. He turns around to regard me with surprise and puzzlement. But both seem to give way to recognition. Scaredy cat, yeah. Oh, the paramedic from before. Could you let go? I really need to go. Wait. Come on, I can't just leave someone who went through such a brutal breakup alone. He grinds his teeth and looks away. So, you heard everything. Are you here because of your job or, I don't know, to visit someone? My visit is over already. I see you haven't slept well. Maybe you haven't eaten much since we last met. Lady, that ain't your business. I did not ask for your medical advice. But think of it this way. Sometimes it's good to vent to a stranger, a neutral third party. Aren't you just gonna get annoyed and leave in the end? He looks like a kicked puppy, but underneath that sweet expression he has the ability to terrify people. Man, do I want to tame him for myself. Let's fucking go. Nah, I'm a good listener and the drinks are on me. Holy shit. He sighs. Maybe it's better not to be alone right now. He gives me a sad smile and nods. Now I can take a good look at his face. He's actually pretty handsome. Buddy, watch your drinks. Even better. He follows me dutifully as we leave the hospital. What a great first step to acquiring my new hunting dog. Oh, holy shit. We enter an izakaya restaurant that offers grilled yakitori chicken skewers and other foods that go well with alcohol. It's a bit rowdy, but to me it's a comfy place. Other regulars are here too, like university students and men in suits who come here right after work and classes. The staff greets us as we enter and the smoky smell from the grills fills our noses. A waiter leads us to the table in the corner and we take our seats. As I open the menu, I notice Mr. Arima isn't even glancing at it. He's lost in a vague, broken stare. That must be why it's so easy to convince him to follow me. What do you want? Just beer? Drinking on an empty stomach should make him tipsier faster. I hope he's a talkative drunk. I order a bowl of edamame for myself and a snack on and a beer for us both. As soon as it arrived, Mr. Arima grabs his glass. He downs a big gulp of his drink the moment we say cheers. He sighs in relief, looking a little refreshed. That it's spot. Right, nothing better than some beer after a hard day. After drinking some more, he finally seems ready to talk. By the way, is it okay if we speak casually to each other? It might make it easy for you to vent. Outfit swap? Okay. Huh? Oh, I really like how, like, because he's drunk now, the box got a little wiggly. Well, look at that, he's already a little tipsy. Check, what the fuck? You can call me Hinata. Is it alright if I call you Kosuke? Yeah. Kinda cute how you respond so eagerly and innocently. I chuckle and rest my chin on my hand. Jacket toggle? Okay. Why did it moved the Hello Pack logo to floating above my shoulder? Okay. Man, I'm still banned from using hotkeys ready to chat. I don't know what happened here, but it levitates now. Wait, does it go back down? Oh, it goes back down. You put it back on. So Kosuke, I'm all ears. He sighs and pouts. Yukiko. She said that she felt suffocated by me. He rubs his eyes and groans. That just mean I'm a dedicated? We date. We dated after all. Isn't it normal to want to spend all your time together as a couple? Our jobs already take up so much time. So, I nod along as I munch on the edamame. Devil above your shoulder, the hello pack. It's whispering for me to, like, donate more money to Kieran. Wow. Oh boy, but she was terrified. Not that I'm complaining, of course. And not being able to meet her family and friends because of me. Was it really me? We all get busy with life as adults, so... Why do you think she blamed you? Maybe I did ask her a few times to prioritize us. How often did you ask? Aren't you here to listen to my side? Right. Go on, then. At my urging, he lets it all out of his system. He didn't like it when others spent a lot of time with her. Mid-reign, he suddenly mentions how much he hated the 2 times she broke a promise. Then he slips into unfocused ramblings for a while. Yeah, this guy's kind of a dick. Yeah, I hope the demon gets him too. You know what? I hope the demon gets him. In short, he had made her the center of his life and wanted her to do the same for him. Well, it sounds rough to date him. From this conversation alone, I couldn't have imagined that his behavior would push his ex so far that she would hurt herself. But after seeing their respective fears, it's pretty clear he's not divulging all the details of his actions. Was her social circle scared of him? How delicious would their fear be? If she had asked him to hurt someone for her, would he have done it? Why are you smiling while I'm in pain here? Oh, we're starting to slur. And you had, what, 5 beers already? Damn, time to go home. No! Why not? Aren't you tired? I just don't want to be alone. His fear of abandonment is a rounder shape than before. Maybe getting drugs makes him less tense. But I still welcome his fear. I changed seats to sit next to him. Eh? Look at me. I'm here with you, aren't I? Right. He looks deep into my eyes. When I inch closer to him, he gets embarrassed and looks away. I chuckle as I playfully wrap my arm around his neck. Getting embarrassed now. How cute. I was born through fear. Hi, Timochi. Welcome. It's yandere BL time. We are a demon. We are a demon man. And we are seducing this horrible man here. Look, it's just, you're kind of close. But you didn't want to be alone, right? And he seduced me. I mean, only if you're filled with fear. Are you afraid all the time?
Antivirus alert. Your PC.
Hi, Coco.
Absolutely
Welcome
fine.
in.
Good luck.
Hello. Hi, everybody. My name's Nur. I'm a computer virus VTuber. Currently, we're playing Fearbonding. It's part of the, right now, there is a visual novel festival going on Steam. And right now, we're trying out Fearbonding, which is one of the visual novels that is available. It's on Steam right now. It's available. I hope you had a good Hades 2 stream. Did you get far? But if you do need to go take a break and get some food, get some water, go ahead. I'm playing this until we get to an ending of the game, and then we're switching over to another game in the visual novel festival. So you can kick back and relax. We are here. Cook and I are Charizard buddies, a bond stronger than all others. What makes you Charizard buddies? Jacket toggle? Okay. Soot does not want my jacket off. He never wants it off. Anyway, so context for people coming in from the raid. Hi. We're playing Fearbonding, which is a BL yandere visual novel. I believe it has multiple endings, or at least like multiple like choices at some point. We have not gotten to a choice though. Okay. So, this is gonna be like a bit of a fucked up one. So just a warning. This is gonna be a little fucked up. We didn't want to be, by the way, to catch people up on the plot, we are currently a demon that feeds off of fear. And we have found basically this pathetic loser who is afraid of being abandoned. So right now we're basically seducing this guy because we really like sipping on his fear because he's very afraid of being alone. And that, you know, we're just fucking seducing him. And also we are a man. So despite the fact that I'm voicing it and I am a woman, we are a man. He sighs. I pat his back and stand up. I'll walk you home so you can have a bit more company, alright? He looks relieved and nods, following me to the counter where I pay for our bill. Wait, I could pay for myself. Also, he's drunk because he just got broken up by his girlfriend because he is an emotionally abusive piece of shit. Nah, don't worry. I told you drinks were on me. Making him feel indebted should make it easier to meet up again. Are you winning, son? I mean, we the monster currently winning. As we leave the izakaya, his eyes scan me up and down. Why are you looking at me so intensely? It's just the first time someone kind of escorts me, I guess. Wait, that I came out wrong. What I mean is... Go on. He covers his flustered face with his hand. What I mean is, this is nice. Ha, you're welcome. I suppress the urge to corner him. I want to erase Miss Shiraishi from his head, but I need to take it slow. I don't want him to run away. How long will I need to wait until I take your place? And is a romantic relationship the way to tame him after all? Hi, Techno. Welcome. Has never admitted to being afraid of old men yet. I'm not afraid. Actually, wait, sorry. You know, guys, you know how to cure a fear? Exposure therapy. So I need you guys to send me so many old men because I'm just so afraid of them. There we go. What's the best way to get to your place from here? Huh? Why? Relax, I'm just walking you to the station or a taxi if that's what you prefer. He pauses and tries to explain how he'll get home, but he's too drunk to make much sense. I still remember clearly where his apartment is, so I call a taxi and get in there with him. When the taxi sets off, he leans on my shoulder as his eyelids start to close. How defenseless. I pat his head, to which he responds by nuzzling even deeper into my neck. I can hear him whimpering, "Don't leave me." I'm conflicted. I feel lust like humans. I've had my fair share of relationships, but being loving and caring to a suffocating degree just feels wrong to me. But on the other hand, I now have this potential hunting dog, who's so scared to be left alone that even his own fear is enticing, let alone the fear he causes in others. How ironic. To survive, I need to eat fear, but because of it, I regularly get into dangerous situations just like this one. This huge dog had better be worth it. I pinch his cheek, which makes him groan and slowly push my hand away. After a while, we arrive in front of his apartment building. When I see him staggering to the entrance, I sigh and lend him a shoulder as we walk towards his apartment door. Welcome to Kosuke's apartment. He gets his keys out after a few attempts and once we're inside. I sit him down on his couch. When I turn to leave, he grabs my hand. Kosuke, I'd like to get home too. I still feel down. Can he hug me? I push my hair out of my face and reluctantly smile at him as I open my arms. He immediately hugs me. His nails slowly dig into my back. His sweet tone from before is gone. Now it's deeper and threatening. Oh! Will you stay by my side? Will you be different from the others? Now he's tilted. Oh god, he's tilting. I grind my teeth. Oh boy. He's strong. I might even be a little scared. I instinctively feel a rush whenever I notice fear. It takes a lot of willpower to suppress the urge to provoke him. Yeah, I will. On some conditions. Conditions? Don't worry about it for now. Uh-oh. Guys, I think it's not really We're the Yandere. I think it's like two really fucked up people are about to like start stuff. He hugs me even tighter. Oof, please get let go of it. It hurts. But you're gonna leave too, right? How about we exchange numbers then? He lets go and looks at me with joy. Oh, it's just that easy. Really? As if I would ever let you go, you crazy possessive dog. He obediently gives his number and saves mine. And he smiles at me as I say goodbye. I just hope he remembers all this. With a spring in my step, I leave the building, and my phone vibrates almost immediately. My elation vanishes when I realize it's not from Kosuke. Who is he? Uh-oh. 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 I whip my head around in search of them. Just where is this fucker? I quickly head into a well-lit street and call for a taxi as I walk, pretending to still be on the phone until it arrives. I wish I was physically stronger than a human. Then at least I wouldn't have to worry about trash like him. I nibble on my fingernail in agitation until I'm finally back home. Anyway, once I'm there, I immediately grab my e-guitar. I need to distract myself. God, this is better. I feel calmer. Let's just sleep for today while that lasts. It's been a few days since we exchanged numbers. He always responds to my messages, but anytime I try to make the conversation a little flirtier, he sidesteps or ignores it. This is annoying. The breakup might have made him cautious about anything related to romance. Approaching him directly isn't working. Time to make another little risk. I still remember Miss Shirashi's address, so I've decided to accidentally bump into her on my day off. She should be out of the hospital by now. She was able to clearly articulate her words when she broke up with Kosuke, so her fall on the head shouldn't have left any long-term damage. I walk around the area for a few hours, but I don't see her in the small supermarket nearby, nor waiting at a bus station. Hope she's not gone on vacation or something. After a while, my feet need a rest, so I look for a place to sit down. When I find a bench, I realize that there's already a woman sitting there, lost in a fit of weak, trembling sobs. My luck must be impeccable. Are you alright? I offer the woman, who turns out to be Miss Shirashi, a pack of tissues. She first holds up her hand to decline my offer. When she sees I won't back down, she takes it and bows a little to thank me. After a few moments, she takes a deep breath. Looks like she's calmed down a bit. Do you remember me? I'm one of the paramedics who took you to the hospital. Yo, everyone, do your taxes soon. The deadline's April 15th. Beware your taxes. She studies my face with furrowed eyebrows and lights up with recognition. Oh, right. I'm so sorry, but I don't think you mentioned your name. Hinata Kusumoto. If you don't want to, you don't have to answer. Well, why are you crying? Her gaze wanders to the ground as she clutches her arm, clearly uncomfortable. I know a nearby cafe where they serve good hot chocolate. That always cheers me up. How about we drink there, and if you want to, you can talk. Otherwise, just enjoy the hot chocolate. But you know what state I found you in before, and today I find you crying. I'm just worried, Miss Shiraishi. I want help. Venting to a stranger can be quite relieving, and after you have your drink, I will leave you alone. No, that would be I guess that would be too much. Then just wait here a second, Miss Shiraishi. Before I hear her answer, I look for a nearby vending machine and get a hot coffee can. Hope you can at least accept this. I'll end. I take out my business card and give it to her. You know, the state we found you in was quite something. I'm a little worried if everything is alright between you and your partner. If you ever need more information for a difficult domestic situation like yours, call me and I can find you the right specialist to help you out. Was it that obvious? I think I pushed the right buttons. I just see a lot on the job, Miss Shiraishi. It's all up to you if you want to accept. Alright, I guess going to a cafe is fine. There we go. I bring her to the cafe, where we order and sit down with our piping hot drinks. The steam rises as Miss Shiraishi warms her hands in the mug. I wait for her to talk. Today I just couldn't stay home. Too many memories with him there. But when I was outside to cook in the fresh air, I just broke down. And then he found me. She takes a sip, quivering slightly as she frowns with closed eyes. The day you met us, I'd had enough. It was a late wake-up call, but at least I realized it, I guess. He can be sweet and caring, but he's also a very jealous man, to the point it becomes hard to keep friends. And when you rely too much on one person, they can do a lot to you. I'd taken a small piece of fear to snack on while I listened to her. The fear isn't as intense as on the day of the emergency call, but still delicious. I try to think about how I can lead the conversation towards Kosuke's triggers while still appearing caring. When do you think he started to change? Was there an event that set him off? She scratches her mug as she sorts through her memories. I think it started with small things. One time he was angry and asked someone else for advice instead of him, but he was sick at the time. I just wanted him to rest. Even when I told him that, he continued to be angry and less responsive for 3 days. Maybe he felt threatened, but he realized she didn't need him as much as he thought. It would make sense for someone with such an intense fear of abandonment as him. And then it felt like I had to ask permission for everything, even when I wanted to go on a day trip with friends. A day trip with female friends of all things. I just felt stupid that I had to walk on eggshells all the time. At first I just wanted it to be peaceful between us. Only when my friends asked me how I'd been the last 2 months did I realized there was something wrong. In the past, I met them regularly for coffee or called them if I didn't have time, but I hadn't done that for a while. Then it just escalated. I lowered my voice. To the point of hurting yourself. She bites her lip and nods. I try to maintain a worried expression, but it's a little difficult when I feel so elated from eating her fear. How's it now between you? I actually broke up with him. I only had the courage while I was in the hospital. I always had my finger on the call button for a nurse, just in case. That's amazing, Mishiraishi. How did he take it? I was surprised he didn't message me as much. He just sent me a few messages to say I should send someone over to get my things. It feels like he's busy with something else, or his pride is hurt. I don't know. I fully expected he would give me hell. Maybe I'm distracting him from thinking about her. Good sign for me. Have you told your friends about this? It's hard. While I was going out with them, some of them said he felt off. Others said he was very nice. I just can't bring myself to tell him the full extent of how he hurt me. I think we've had a short training course on the job about domestic violence. What'd they say we should do? Don't beat yourself up. This isn't your fault. Her face crumples into tears. She silently cries as she takes the tissues I offer, her body shaking from her sobs. I think that I've earned her trust. I wonder how he fell for her. But it doesn't look like I can ask her about that. For now, at least I understand that he's jealous, possessive, and dislikes anything that could imply that he is replaceable. I can work with that info. I wait for her to calm down, entertaining her with a little small talk as we would finish our drinks and say goodbye. Back home, I mull over the things Miss Shiraishi said. While it's useful info with Kosuke ignoring my flirtation attempts, this could take a while. This is so annoying. I miss you. When will you finally be mine? Stop giving me the cold shoulder. I groan and almost throw my phone to the wall. I need to go outside and freshen up. I stare at the people walking by, sporting neutral, tired, or happy faces as they walk with friends or family. I grind my teeth at them all, until I spot a little boy staring at a big dog waiting patiently before him. The boy's parents try to encourage their son to pet it. I can see his fear, teeth and vicious eyes surrounding him. I'll probably never see this kid again, so I decide to tease him by using one of my abilities, making someone do the thing they fear or approaching the thing they're afraid of. I point my hand at him. My vision briefly shifts as a faint ring of gold encircles my pupils. The boy panics as his body moves on its own, approaching the dog. He screams while he pets it, and the parents and the dog owner hurriedly separate them. I laugh when I see the boy cry and the dog bark. Oh, that was a wonderful stress reliever. I walk slowly by them to eat some of his fear. I can use this ability only once per person, so I usually avoid resorting to it. But today I needed that. During the last few weeks, I was able to change Kosuke's mind about me by making myself seem dedicated and open to accepting of his flaws. He's now open to my flirting, and we've even gone on a few dates. Ooh! wonder when I can finally reap my harvest. Today at work we were called to a house outside the city center. An elderly woman fell and couldn't stand up on her own. Her neighbor was visiting her and called us. Now we're transporting her to the hospital, suspecting that she might have slipped a disc. As we fill out the form, I notice her last name is same as Kosuke's, Arima. I take a closer look at her facial features. Her eyes do seem similar to his, just maybe. I should distract her from the pain with some questions anyway. How are you feeling, Miss Arima? Oh, it does hurt, but I can manage until we arrive, young man. We'll do our best. You have a nice voice. Could you keep talking? It's quite charming. It's quite calming. I can if that'll help. When I heard your last name, I actually was reminded by someone I know. Is that so? I haven't met many others who carry the name Arima, apart from relatives. Maybe you are actually related. His name is Kosuke Arima. Her eyes widen and she chuckles, which makes her wince in pain. Oh, I guess laughing isn't good right now. Maybe you met my grandson then. What a small world. I was right. I can't believe it. Might actually get better info on him. He's a little taller than me, works as a psychologist, and has a dog named Daisy. She smiles warmly at me. Could you tell me how he is lately? That boy hasn't called or visited much. He's doing well, Miss Arima. He cooks for me sometimes, and it's wonderful to spend time with him. Sounds like you're good friends. Yeah, good friends. Actually, could you do me a favor? I could try, ma'am. You see, when I talk to my son, I mean Kosuke's father, he doesn't mention Kosuke much. I'm worried they might be drifting apart. Her gaze softens. I love having Kosuke and his siblings over. They're my cute grandchildren, after all. But I always feel like Kosuke was the clumsiest among them in communicating his needs. I can't always be there to bridge between them, so I'd feel much better if he could help him reach out to his parents. Every child needs their parents' support, after all, even as an adult. I fake an understanding smile, but I have a hard time following her reasoning. I was born in the middle of a battlefield hundreds of years ago, wholly guided by instincts and an agonizing hunger for fear. My birth was probably close to a manifested into existence. So I've never fully understood the bond between human parents and their children. I do logically understand that they care for their offspring to ensure the lineage survives, but all the emotional bonding's hard to follow. She's still looking at me. Guess she wants me to reassure her. I'll see what I can do. Thank you, young man. After a while, we arrive at the hospital and safely transfer her to the hospital staff. Let's see how Kosuke responds to this news when I'm done with work for the day. It's late when I get back home. Kosuke is probably asleep, but I message him anyway. Hey, just got home, thought of you. Hey, you up? Also, I met someone you know. I put the phone on the table and get myself an after-work beer while I wait. The refreshing sound of the can opening and the foam rising as I pour into the glass relaxes me. After a few sips, I get a message back. Hey, handsome, someone I know. It was an elder lady living outside the center of the city with the same last name as you. Probably your grandma. Her full name is Honoka Arima. Wow, that's her! How'd you meet? Her neighbor called my work. Your grandma fell and couldn't move well, so she got a checkup in the hospital. She's in a little pain, but could speak well, so I don't think it's too serious. Wait, are you sure? This is a lot. She'll probably contact you or your parents soon. I told her I know someone with the same last name, so we started talking. She's actually a little worried about you. That's just how she usually is. I want to ask him about his relationship with his parents. How should I do this? Will he just change the subject? It's a bit of a risk, but he likes dedicated people. Your grandma's worried about that you and your parents are keeping in touch. Is everything alright? He doesn't reply as fast as before. I bite my nail and hope that I haven't made a mistake in my approach. My parents are very matter-of-fact. Casual conversations are easy with them. That sounds complicated, I think. That's like a compassionate human, Hinata. Your grandma really wanted you guys to meet up again. If that's difficult for you, I don't mind accompanying you to meet your parents. I don't know. I'm always there for you, Kosuke, and I'm pretty serious about us, so if you need support, you can count on me. There. This should sound like dedicated and loyal person Kosuke wants. You really are a blessing, Hinata. I need to think about this, but please note that this means a lot. I'm really happy we met. I make a little fist pump in the air. A perfect outcome. Satisfied to soon fall asleep. Kosuke calls me to his apartment on my next day off to talk to me in person about his parents. I think of a few encouraging and comforting words and even have a small tissue pack ready. I think that's all I need for this. I can't help but let my eyes wander to where Miss Hirashi sat when we first met, with a bloody towel pressed to her neck as I tasted the most delicious fear I'd ever eaten in my life. Kosuke guides me to the couch end. When we sit down, I lean into him, pushing a strand of hair behind his ear as I hum, elated from the memory. Kosuke doesn't mind me touching him anymore. So I'm here and all ears. Kosuke sighs and leans his forehead against mine. I think it's the first time I'm opening up about this, but you've always shown that you care about me, so I think it's fine if it's with you. Then he takes my hand and nuzzles his cheek into it. I'm the middle child of 3. My older brother graduated from the highly regarded University of Tokyo, while I graduated from Kyoto University. He was always a step ahead. Well, I don't think I'm doing bad as a psychologist. I always felt lacking to my parents. Even if they don't fully say it, I can feel it. My younger sister may not have graduated from University of Tokyo, but she has her charm, and she's ensnared our parents' hearts as a social butterfly. All in all, I guess I felt like I didn't have a guaranteed place there compared to them. I think they also just might be a little afraid of me. Oh gee, buddy, I wonder why. Tell me, Hinata, do I seem intimidating? Yes. He slowly pushes me down, looking at me with cold eyes that feel like an entrance to an endless abyss. Yeah, that seems like a normal, well-rounded, respected, nice guy. His fear morphs into spiky arms and hands, completely growing claws. Even though they can't physically touch me, they still try to dig into my arms. Kosuke, don't I always say I'm here for you? What does that tell you? I smile at him, ecstatic from slowly eating his fear. Guess I'm not. At least towards you. He caresses my cheek as he smiles coldly. Could it be that you're turned on? Oh! 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 Do you like it when I push you down? Oh my... Oh! Oh! Ha! As if. I usually like being in control, but his fear is too much. I grab his face and pull him down to kiss him, even biting his lip. He chuckles, letting go and sitting up. Let's stop this for now. I wanted to tell you about my parents after all. I sit up as well and rest my chin on my hand. I do think that I react a little differently to some things compared to others. Maybe my parents have a hard time understanding why I do certain things. People usually tell me a version of their story while leaving out details that seem too intimate to them or wouldn't be favorable to them. In Miss Shiraishi's case, it felt like more she was trying to avoid remembering the scariest moments. In Kosuke's case, either he truly doesn't understand what's too much for other people or he doesn't want to scare me. But he did ask me if I find him intimidating. Isn't that a bit of a paradox? This is the first time I've tried so hard to understand a human. This is more difficult than I thought. Anyway, loyalty. That's what... Oh, it's a test! I rest my head on his lap and smile. I am me, Kosuke. I'm not your parents. I like being with you. His face crumples and he looks away, embarrassed and sad. His fear shrinks. Hey, you know these little books with images? Kind of great. Hi, Soot. Welcome in. Yeah, these little books with images. It's like Metal Gear Solid. I gently hold his hand. So you ready to face them with me? He nods, pulls me up and hugs me tightly. I feel something wet on my shoulder. What? Is he crying? I pat his back and smile. I will gladly take over your heart, my little hunting dog. Ooh! I'll call them watchable books. What the fuck? Out on our next day, we visit his parents. They live in a house built in a Japanese style, complete with his own little garden. Outside, they have a car and some bicycles. Probably from when Kosuke and his siblings were younger and still lived at home. Welcome! I brought some sweets as a polite gesture to his parents. I notice they exchange nervous looks when Kosuke approaches them, but they soon act like they're happy to see him. Kojima likes. They continue to act polite and welcoming, but the tension doesn't quite leave. Just when I thought we would sit together and eat sweets with tea, Kosuke turns to me. I'm going to have a longer talk with my parents and catch up with them. You can wait in my own old room. I lower my voice. I came all the way to your parents' home and there's no meaning if I leave you now. He gives me a genuine smile. It's alright. We just need to discuss some things. Left with no other choice, I followed him to his old room on the second floor. His room has wooden support beams in the walls and tatami mats on the floor. On them stands a single bed with a wooden frame on the left and a polished wooden study desk with high school math books in the right corner. Some open shelves near the door, like with little gadgets like an older handheld game console resting on them. Next to them are old game cartridges and manga volumes, neatly organized. 2 sliding doors on one wall indicate a built-in closet. Maybe it's an old one where you have to store a futon, or a newer one to hang clothes in. Sit wherever you like. You can even read some manga if you want. I have the old classic Dash Dunk. I'll be right back. Now what should I look at? Okay, so we have manga, plastic cage, wait for Kosuke, slide doors. There's his high school uniform and some neat, preppy looking clothes. Must have like looking clean cut and neat even back then. Oh. No! No! No, he doesn't like refrigerators. Look closer. What's this? When I look inside, I tense up. There's an small animal skull, slightly covered by a small piece of fabric, like it was put to bed. Next to it are colorful pens, an old Tamagotchi, and some other small things a child or teenager would treasure. But they seem all over the place, as if they were for multiple children with various preferences. Wait, is that a cleanly ripped out fingernail? Oh, damn! Kosuke? Kosuke, how'd you get here so fast? Kosuke, what are you doing here? Before I can turn around and feel Kosuke's hand digging into my shoulder. It's rude to dig into something hidden inside someone's home, don't you think? Kosuke. Why'd you have to look at my old treasure? I thought you were the one. Kosuke. He's ready to tear me to pieces. If I don't say something convincing soon, I don't know what he'll do to me. But his hands are already on my neck. I desperately try to scream, but only a few words come out. They find me? Oh, don't worry. If I tell my parents you collapsed, they'll just let me leave with you. They're too scared to really ask. As more choking sounds escape me, I can barely register his sniffles and mumbles. Why'd you have to look, Hinata? My vision turns dark. In the end, I was the one who got the Ooh! Ending uncovered treasure. Oh, okay, let's just, I want to see more. Alright. Just get skip through. Okay, note to self, we're gonna save when we get to, like, look at things in his house. Okay, alright, we're back here. Bring back the tortured men. These are very tortured men. Manga. It's the manga Dash Dunk Kosuke mentioned. The high school basketball matches were masterfully drawn, and every went to high school was as I've looked like an adult since I was born and never saw the need for it. I gained my knowledge over the centuries by reading books, learning on the job, and watching humanity progress. Thinking back, it's perplexing to see how they come so far. I refocus on the manga volume. I guess Kosuke did a lot of stuff typical high school boys do as well. This manga was and still is popular. Plastic cage. Isn't this a cage for insect hunting? Hard to imagine Kosuke was an elementary school kid running around collecting beetles and such. I wonder what he liked about it. Okay, well, we're just gonna wait for Kosuke this time. Kosuke comes back to the room, looking defeated. He tries to smile at me. Let's go. My mom cooked dinner. Oh, I thought we would just be here for a quick snack and tea. They insisted I stay here longer, so she just started cooking without listening. Sorry about that. No, it's fine, don't worry. That's some fast cooking, though. Probably didn't want me to run off, so she cooked some simple pasta. I follow him silently to the dining table, thanking his mother for the dinner and start to eat. Even now, they all seem tense. Kosuke's father clears his throat. Are you colleagues from work? I pause before I can even answer. Kosuke jumps in. He's a medical professional, I got to know. You met at a work conference then? Something like that. Wow, Kosuke lies without blinking an eye. Well, in all fairness, it isn't a complete lie, but this behavior makes his relationship with his parents even stranger. Speaking of the medical field, are you still working as a psychologist? Yeah? And you make money by listening to people? These are evidence-based treatments, father. Yes, right. What do you do exactly, Mr. Kusamoto? I'm a paramedic. Oh, always right at the scene. Our oldest son is a doctor in a hospital, so we always get to hear about how particularly stressful emergency cases can be. Kosuke, on the other hand, doesn't tell us much. It's confidential, you know that. You can be vague about your work, no? Kosuke is looking down at the table, clenching his fists and jaw. His mother speaks up. How about we talk about something other than work? How's Daisy, Kosuke? He immediately brightens up. She's great. Lively and loyal like the golden retriever she is. I'm surprised you're able to take care of an animal now. We weren't there to clean up your messes before anymore, you know? Kosuke's fear of abandonment appears. The arms are not only spiky, but also visibly glitching. Today they seem almost afraid to reach outward. While it makes for a fine snack, I need to concentrate and play my cards carefully to fully gain Kosuke's trust. I suspected Kosuke's relationship with his parents was bad, and I did come here to stand by Kosuke and earn his trust. But this is a lot to navigate. I can't stand my dog being intimidated by this weird old guy. But I don't know what I'm supposed to say in such an argument between humans. What should I do? I'm just gonna let them talk. His father's gaze turns towards me. Maybe it's my responsibility to tell you. You know, Kosuke always had a fascination with what other children his age treasured. But he would go too far no matter what we said. He would take. Enough! Kosuke's shout pierces my ears. A few seconds pass before his mother ends the silence. Maybe today isn't a good day. I agree, let's go. Kosuke rushes outside and I run after him. I soon catch him in the shadow of a tree. Kosuke, come on, look at me. It's me, the devil. He doesn't. He looks to the ground, refusing to meet my eye. I'm sorry, Kosuke. I thought I could do better. No, it's not your fault. I just need some time at home to calm down. I reluctantly let him go. After weeks with no reply from Kosuke to my messages and calls, I see it was a huge mistake. I even asked my colleagues how should I go about trying to meet someone who doesn't reply to my messages. They only told me that there's not much I can do. Shit, fucking damn it. During one restless night, I wandered by Kosuke's apartment. Just where did I go wrong? Should I have been more accepting, more sympathetic? Is that the big difference between me and his ex? That she's a human who can actually understand his emotions better? I kick a pebble out of frustration and regret letting this golden opportunity go. Now my only company is a constant little hunger in my long, long life. A disconnect. Okay. So... load. Here we go. Alright. Excuse me, Mr. Arima? What is it? I met Kosuke's grandmother on one of my shifts. My team brought her safely to a hospital. So you were with her then? She only informed us of her fall. Is she really alright? Yes, well, it wasn't a bad case. She was still in pain. Even then, she was still worried about her grandson, Kosuke. Why is it that a more distant relative is more caring towards Kosuke than his own father? You've done nothing but criticize him so far. Kosuke looks at me with widened eyes, at first in surprise and in thanks. Excuse me, you don't know what we had to deal with raising him. We're his parents, so we have to guide him. I don't think it was out of line to do so. I guess Kosuke showed irregular behavior even when he was younger. That's exactly what I want, so screw this guy. He's an adult, sir, taking care of himself with a respectable job as well. I don't know what else you expect from him. Ah, do what you want, you'll come to regret it. Let's go, Kosuke. Kosuke presses his lips together as he looks at me with admiration and gratitude. Once we're inside in an empty alleyway, he hugs me. Thank you, really. I sigh and hug him back, even patting him in reassurance. The only one who gets to talk shit about you, Kosuke, is me! They're so fucked up. Ever since meeting Kosuke's parents, we've been closer than ever. Kosuke fully trusts me now and showers me with affection. I need to manage my mood much more because of it. It's become a norm of my current life to receive multiple calls and messages per day from him. He regularly brings a flower bouquet and other gifts for dates. I have no choice but to let his gifts and personal items accumulate in my apartment. It's already small, but he's taking up more and more space in it. Is this normal for human lovers? Or is this already going too far even for them? He's invading. Whenever that thought crosses my mind, I get in a foul mood. I then look for an opportunity to make him jealous. I talk about imaginary people I spend time with, just so I can see and taste his fear of abandonment. In return, to get scratches and bite marks. They're really fucked up. Born from his intense jealousy. It's such an annoying balance we have between us. When can I finally let him loose? Just how I do this without losing his trust in me. I sigh and prepare to go out. Today we have another date. I tiredly walk with Kosuke around the shopping mile. He's as excited and happy as ever. In the first few dates, he had a cute expression, but nowadays it looks unstable and overly euphoric. Look, Hinata, isn't that cat plushie like you? He points at a round plushie inside a claw machine. Does he want to go into an arcade? I guess. Now he's sulking. What does he want from me? I'm getting bored of this. Just then an intense wave of fear envelops me. My heart pounds as my whole body is electrified with need. I eagerly search for the source. Among the crowd, a man and woman grab my attention. The man is terrified, his fear shaping into legs and arms, trying desperately to run away. Next to them is a middle-aged woman. The fear sends shivers down my spine as I taste it. Well, I shouldn't let her notice me. I found her once before when she was about to murder somebody, and I sensed the fear of the victim. I barely escaped her notice back then, too. What are you looking at? Kosuke's jealousy and fear makes me take a step back. You're not even concentrating on our date. Lately seem more checked out, too. What am I to you? And on top of that, you dare look at someone else? He grabs my arm tightly and whispers into my ear. He can't do this to me, Hinata. I need to hurry and calm him down. This is the angriest I've ever seen him. Calm down. Kosuke, look at me. I ignore who might stare at us and put my hand on his cheek. Sorry I made you insecure. I'm just not feeling well. I still want to spend time with you. Maybe it would have been better if I'd rested at home. He pouts and shakes his head slowly. So you forced yourself despite not feeling good? Yeah, I did. I know how you feel when you can't see each other, but I didn't know it would affect you like this. Can you forgive me? I'm surprised at how convincing and empathetic I sound right now. Spending so much time with Kosuke must have forced me to learn one or two things about this relationship thing. I'm sorry. I was just unsure if you still felt the same about me. This goddamn idiot. I'm letting you take up space in my apartment and spend so much time with you. You're one insatiable dog. Let's go and find something sweet, alright? He nods and follows. My struggle to better be worth it one day, Kosuke. The long-awaited jazz festival's tomorrow. The past few days, my band and I have practiced intensely to nail the performance. And today we woke up early to do a sound check, get our program pamphlet, and get our last questions answered by the staff. I take a sip of water after we finish our sound check. My phone vibrates. It's Kosuke. Did everything go well? Do you still have some things to do? Sound check went well. I still have to do some things. We'll perform at 4 p.m. tomorrow, right next to the Route 237 Cafe. I send him a photo and the address. I know where that is. Makes it easier for me. Should I come a little earlier? Sure, we can hang out near the Amabit's car there. We'll be parking right behind the venue. Alright, rest well and don't worry. I know you'll blow their minds tomorrow. I grin with pride. It's actually great to have someone support me like this. Would I be able to do this for him, though? Why does stuff like this come easy to him? Is it because he's a human? I try to push this confusion out of my mind and focus back on the preparation. Today's the day! After getting everything ready, we still have time before our performance. My band and I decide to go around drinking beer and watching other bands play. A lot of older people are performing. They're not bad, but it's clearly just a hobby to them. They likely only found the time for it near or during their retirement. There's also a high school band and a band of university students. I have to give props to the university students. They're really good and full of energy. This might be their final performance, but they all go looking for jobs. My eyes wander to my bandmates. When will we be able to play? I scratch my head and chuck my empty paper cup and walk to our car. There I find Kosuke. Hinata! He smiles at me before he can hug me, I stop him. Me when my eyes wander. Easy there, later in private, alright? I know he would hug me too tightly like usual if I let him. Not something I want to show the world here. I know. Are you ready? I nod and put my arm around him like I would with a friend. Ready as ever. What are your fans like? Will they come today as well? I mean, that's our Instagram. So yeah. Are they more into your music or your looks? Maybe a mix. I grin as I see a tiny blob of fear of abandonment surrounding him, directing its arms at me. Jealous? He sighs. I know you like performing, but yeah. I lower my voice and whisper into his ear. Endure it well and I'll reward you later, alright? He looks at me with widened eyes, but he can't help but smile. This has gotten much easier after all our dates. Enduring his showers of affection, calls, and texts was worth it. Now he listens to me well. He doesn't really doubt me, but everyone else around me. As long as he shows me what he's doing to them, I'll gladly let him loose. Suddenly I hear my bandmates calling. When I go check my phone for the timer, notice it's not in my pocket. I groan and tap Kosuke's shoulder. Could you do me a favor? I left my phone in my car. It's parked a little further, right by the soba place we went to before. Could you go get it after our first 2 songs? I need to take and post pics with it right after our performance. We play the first 2 songs the best anyway. He looks at me like a sad dog. I don't want to miss the rest. Please. He sighs and agrees. I hand him my car keys and step in front of the mic. I tune my e-guitar one last time, then I greet the audience and they clap and shout back. As our singer takes over, we get into the flow, lose ourselves in the music, and enjoy the attention. The sun shines and warms my body. Beer flows. The smell of grilled meat fills the air. I hear our fans squeal and take photos and videos. Kosuke just smiles at me. He must be filled with a complicated mix of emotions. He likes when I smile, but he doesn't like seeing me smile at other people. I need you to look at the crowd paying attention to me, Kosuke. Doesn't it rile you up? Don't you want to get rid of all these people? Then I notice a weird smile in the crowd. I force my eyes away from it. Now is not the time for a disgusted expression. Smile, Hinata. After the first 2 songs, Kosuke moves away. We play the rest of our songs and soon our time is over. We call our fans to a place beside the stage so the next band can prepare. Kosuke's still not back, so we have to phone another bandmate. Even after we're done with our small fan meeting, I still don't see him around. That's odd. I let my bandmates know that I'm going to my car and head over. The huge crowd would gather today for the festival slows my pace. Is this why Kosuke still isn't back? The closer I get to my car, the fewer people are around. I'm glad I chose to park here. Suddenly, a waft of delicious fear overtakes my senses. My heart races as I cover the deranged smile I can't stop making. Just where is this coming from? My car? I then reach my car. Whose feet am I looking at? Confused, I draw closer. I see Kosuke sitting in the back seats and a man lying in front of him on his back, struggling against Kosuke's iron grip. Hinata? He's looking straight into my eyes. The intense fear is just the other man's at first. Now Kosuke's fear of abandonment grows in size, enveloping us all. I need to hurry and reassure him. I've never seen his fear get this big before. Say something. You must have stopped him. Kosuke looks at me totally confused. I push the stranger's leg into the car and close the door behind me. Who is this guy? Oh, I think he's some disgusting stalker or something. I saw him watching your performance, then caught him trying to break into your car. Acted like I thought he was a friend of one of your bandmates and offered to open the car for him, and then... Great job, Kosuke. I feel so safe with you. His fear of abandonment shrinks. It's a little regrettable, but now I don't have to focus so much just to talk. Kosuke, you're gonna get rid of him, right? That's what you want to do, yeah? He nods. Let's do this together. We just need to get rid of him somewhere with fewer people around. The stranger makes a fuss when he hears that. Ah, shut up. What do you think would happen if you went after me? Fucking delusional idiot. Hinata, can I choke him? Sure. While Kosuke pulls the stalker through an unimaginable pain and fear, I take the stalker's phone and look through it, opening it with its fingerprint. Luckily, he's logged into all of his apps. He liked all of our band's posts and sent many disgusting messages to my number on this device alone. How much more is on his burner phones? Yep, he's a stalker, alright. Just as I say that, the stalker goes quiet. He's either dead or unconscious. His fear is also gone now. Kosuke shakes his hand and sighs. Choking someone requires a surprising amount of strength, but are you really okay, Hinata? I give him a passionate kiss. This wonderful dog did it. He killed someone for me. I'll gladly reward him. Oh, they're fucked up. Kosuke, this is exactly what I want. I need protection. You're so dedicated to me that you go this far, right? I love it. I love when you can intimidate others when you're jealous. I love it when you get rid of others. You love it. Oh, they're so fucked up. And isn't it romantic to commit a crime together? It binds us for eternity. We want to snitch on each other after all. We can only go so far for each other. Go this far for each other. A nervous, twisted smile appears on Kosuke's face. Finally, someone understands my love. This isn't too much, I'm fine. I finally found someone who won't leave. As tears flow down his cheeks, I hug him. What a wonderful, wonderful dog he is. I give my bandmates a heads up that I'm going home early, and the shift is a driver's seat. Kosuke sits down next to me. We hold hands as I hum and drive further and further outside the city. The number of cars driving past us dwindles as we find a good empty spot near a river. There, the earth is moist enough to dig with bare hands. Thankfully, I have some spare clothes in the car we can change into later. After making sure the stalker is dead and the phone is submerged in the water for a while before I take it with me, we bury the body deep into the earth. Then we drive out further to smash the phone and throw it into the ocean. I don't know if we'll ever be discovered or not, but now it's up to nature and luck. Oh, how sweet they killed a man together. I walk down the beach with Kosuke hand in hand after we kill a man. Kosuke looks blissfully at me, and I return his affection. I finally captured you, my hunty dog. I look forward to our future. Yay! Alright, that was Fearbonding. Clearly there's like a couple of endings I did not get, but that was good. That was good. Like, two fucked up people. Equally yandere, that's fun. That's really fun. That's fun. So let's let me close this game. And again, if you go to the pinned, you can find it on Steam. It's only 5 bones, which cheap. It's cheap as hell. 5 bones. But we have another game that we're gonna play today. It's called Okami Okami. This one is a demo. I don't know if this has voice acting or not either. Let me open it. I should have done this before stream, but I usually open games before I stream. Yep, it's a Unity game. Because I was like holding around, like, if it's Ren P, let's see. Alright, let me make this windowed mode, please. Oh god, that's big. That's big. There we go. Get back. Alright. Let me adjust the sound a little bit. Okay, this does not have voice acting, it looks like, based on the settings. Let's make sure that you guys can see it. Hello? Oh, I tapped out of it. Maybe that's why. There we go. There we go. All right. So this one, this is completely different. Oh, I need to change the stream category. There we go. Okay. So, this is completely different from Fearbonding. The mood, the genre, it is completely different. This is actually something I didn't know because I hadn't booted up the game before, but this is actually not made in RenP. The previous one was like 100% made in RenP. But But yeah. Alright. So I was checking my emails. But yeah. If you guys remember, earlier this month, we played, on Otome Tuesday, we played a game called Death and Phyology. This is by the same developer. And this one, there's only one love interest and stuff. It looks really cute. I've actually been like following this game a lot more closely from this developer than Death and Phyology, because I'm like, ooh, hello, man. So I've been like looking at the development of this for like a little while. So I'm excited to actually play the demo today. So let's get started. Well, this is it, isn't it? I press my palm against the counter, feeling its every imperfection worn smooth by years of care. Every step in these halls, every creak in the floorboards, I've memorized them all. After tonight, none of it will belong to me anymore. Strange. Thought I'd feel sadder. I spent a lifetime here, and now I'm too old to take care of it. A ryokan, traditional Japanese inn, without its keeper is just an empty house waiting to be forgotten. How many times have I cleaned these counters and mopped the floors, greeting guests who came and went like fleeting whispers? I wondered if I could ever find someone to walk these halls with me, not just pass through them. Someone who would wake up beside me every morning. But no one stayed. No one made an impression. I made my way toward the onsen, my knees protesting with every step. I should have let myself enjoy my life more. A persistent thought haunted me, refusing to fade away, even in the quiet moments after guests had departed. Did I live well? I spent my youth building this place, holding on to it with everything I had. In the end, there's no one left to hold on to me. That's the real regret. Well, it's too late to dwell on it now. I brace a hand against the wall as I push myself upright. My back cracks, but I force myself to stand with a groan, but my foot slips. Oh, let me turn down the volume a little more. It was peaking a little bit. There we go. There's a moment of weightlessness, followed by a sharp crack as the back of my head meets the stone. Then cold. Water rushes over me, pulling at my limbs. My fingers clasp for an anchor, but don't meet only emptiness. As the world blurs, my vision tilts. I catch a glimpse of steam swirling above, rising into a night sky that feels infinite and dark. Perhaps in another life. My head feels like something's hosting a drum circle there. I inhale, hoping to be greeted by the cozy sense of aged wood and warm sake, but instead... What's that smell? Salt, fragrant smoke, and the sweet aroma of osmanthus wine. No, I can't go back to Genshin. Instead of my dimly lit ryokan room, I see red, a bridge covered in mist. This isn't my ryokan. A sharp chill sinks into my spine. I died, didn't I? Oh, shit. The Red Bridge of Souls. I've heard the stories. The place between, a crossing for lost souls. And here I am, on a bridge between life already lived and whatever comes next. But why does everything sound so loud? I can hear whispers, low murmurs, the occasional laughter. Seriously, my ears are starting to ache. Wait. Ears? A creeping suspicion settles in. I lift my hands. Those aren't my hands, are they? My fingers are slender, smooth, sharp nails. Sharper than I remember. Claws? My breath catches. Lady, you can't show those for free. You can't do that. No, this is a free demo. You can't just do that. My legs. No more wrinkles. No more gnarled knuckles. No more aching bones. Instead, I am youthful, radiant, glowing. I mixed up those words. Oh my. My jaw drops. I pat down my arms. Firm. I press a hand to my stomach. Flat. I trail higher. No way. My hands fly to my chest. They're perky! By the spirits above, I have breasts again. Perky, full sag, full, no sag, no back pain. It is a miracle. These are the breasts of a woman in her prime, not a retired ryokan owner who needed at least 2 layers of fabric and a prayer to hold them up before. But before I can fully appreciate this cruel miracle, something moves behind me. No. I turn my head slowly. A tail! A red-furred tail sways behind me, wagging. Oh. My hands tremble even more, trying to make sense of everything. My skin, my tail, my lack of... Oh. I'm naked. I'm as bare as the day I was born, but with claws, a tail, apparently some kind of breast enhancement. Oh no. A breeze rolls by the bridge. My entire, very exposed, freshly revived, nobody was supposed to see this body prickles. Stay calm. Stay dignified. But of course there is no dignity left to be had. Oh, her face! Oh no! I crouch down, wrapping my arms around my knees and curling my tail around myself like I'm trying to create a makeshift modesty shield. But I am not alone. I hear footsteps. No, more like claw steps, followed by rustling robes, and then something that sounds suspiciously like skittering. I do not try to look. Absolutely not. I'm not entertaining whatever fresh horror that was. A shadow looms behind me. A robed figure glides past, does a double take, and slowly backs away. Another one, spotting a long, serpentine tail, grins at me, showing a mouthful of sharp teeth. Pretend I didn't see it. Okay, breathe. Red bridge, spirits, the rules of death. Then I am surrounded by spirits, possibly man-eating spirits. I will not be making eye contact with anything that looks like it might eat me. Deep breath. Focus. I've handled rowdy nobles, drunken guests, and several matchmaking attempts. I can handle this. Alright, first things first. Clothes. And then I figure out what in the world happened to me. I push myself up. Careful, composed, and... New arrival, huh? Cute tail. Followed by a burst of laughter. I'd rather die again. Alright, steady. My fingers twitch. My instincts whisper, lower yourself. Move gracefully. Prowl. No, my dear. I'm a lady of refinement. I've spent my life walking with dignity, grace, and a fair amount of back pain. I do not prowl. Come on, old girl. You've handled worse than this. I steel myself. Straight back straight, chin up. Oh no, too fast. Suddenly gravity remembers I exist. The bridge vanishes, the lanterns blur, and the night air rushes past me like a betrayal. Not this again! Water, again. But this time it feels different. Ah! I seem to be breathing underwater. Yeah, I hate it when gravity remembers me too. An improvement from earlier, but also an insult. Didn't I already drown today? I feel like I should get a free pass on the second one. Before I can decide to stay here out of sheer stubbornness, the water stirs. A hand grabs me with a firm grip that says, "Stop embarrassing yourself and get out of my river." I hate it when I fall in a river and someone's like, "Get the fuck out of there, you're embarrassing me." Before I can properly swoon at the sheer commanding nature of it, I'm pulled upward. My head breaks the surface and finally, I see him. Oh my! Now I've seen many a man in my life. Strong men, handsome men, men who paid extra for the private onsen package. But this one... he's something else entirely. White hair slicked against sharp, sculpted features. Lady, you can't see half his face. How do you know he's that handsome? How do you know he's that handsome? You can't see half his face. Mask covering a tall, broad figure clad in heavy robes, looking every bit like an ancient spirit who has been reluctantly saddled with bodyguard duty. His breath is steady, but I see the exhaustion in his stance. You can see his chest, that's enough. Yeah, true. You know, if he's disappointing under the mask, at least I could just, like, tell him to keep it on. He looks like an old war banner, torn, faded, and still standing out of sheer spite. Which is still terribly attractive, by the way. And then I feel warmth. His outer kimono... wait. Halt. I forgot to do something. There, I'm gonna pin the link to the second game. um, this is a demo. Old, I see why nerd chose the game. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Judging me in my own house. Walk into my own house just like, oh, look at this person, likes walls and food. Like, come on. His outer kimono draped over my shoulders, his hand lingering just long enough to ensure it stays. My. It's been quite some time since I was last embraced by a handsome young man. And with such grave solemnity, too. You alright? Tell him he looks dashing. No, that's horny. No. No, I'm getting the spray bottle out. I'm just spraying her. Just thank him. I'm fine, thank you. How fortunate that you were here. I place a hand over my chest. He watches me, unreadable behind his mask, before nodding slightly. Can you walk? More than I ever have before, actually. He slowly extends his hand. Come. Oh, like right now? I will help you cross. Well, since you're insisting. I take his hand. This man's grip is steady, warm, with a quiet kind of carefulness. And together we walk. This is a dream, isn't it? Does it feel like one? I hum, observing him as if he were an interesting specimen. Well, I can tell he's beautifully exhausted beneath that mask. I don't know, you're rather intriguing for a dream. Akine! Don't be horny! You're gonna embarrass yourself, girl. Girl. His grip on my wrist tightened slightly. Ah, that got a reaction. Because it's not a dream. Oh, I was hoping this was the part where you swept me off my feet and declared yourself my spirit husband. Akine! Akine! You're being horny! He huffs, clearly regretting pulling me out of the water. You are a yokai now. The words hit me like a ladle of cold miso down the back. I thought as much, but hearing it said out loud. So, this is real then? Well, Akine, you have two choices. Fall into an existential crisis or flirt your way through it. You know what? You know what? She now has a horny license. How scandalous. I blink up at him, pretending to be all innocent. Oh my, how scandalous. Am I a pretty one? You're an Okami. You're not answering my question, dear. I notice his shoulders tense up a bit. His fingers flex like he's deciding between holding his arms or saying something. I grin. My tail swishes behind me, matching my glee. He lets out a tiny grunt and turns his head like that'll end the conversation. We should keep moving. Oh, he's fun. Oh. Actually, you know what? I keep on saying no horny allowed. But, you know, like, she's lived a long life. She died by, like, hitting her head in the onsen. She can live a little bit. Alright. So it's true, then. I died with unfinished business and came back all supernatural. Humans do not become yokai without cause. Let me guess. Strong emotions, right? The classic cocktail, all-in-one desire, longing, and a splash of regret. They always say intense feelings linger after death, and I was practically soaked in it. You understand, then? I curl my fingers into the fabric of the kimono around me, grounding myself. It's real, heavy, like the weight of everything I couldn't let go. I didn't want to die alone, that was my final thought. For a moment, only the river answers me. It was powerful enough. Well, all that yearning, and I end up in a damp kimono with a masked stranger and amazingly good shoulders. So, this is what becomes of women who want too much, huh? Or simply enough to refuse fading quietly. Not a denial, nor an answer either. Close enough. I spent my entire life running a ryokan, only to die and become a yokai. Some might call that a bit on the nose. Oh well, alright now. Alright then, what now? You decide that. A remarkably casual response for something that should be an important revelation. As simple as that. Yep. After all, even as a yokai, it's still your life. Ah, so it comes with free will. Excellent. I was hoping this wouldn't be one of those ominous bound to an ancient curse situations. There's the faintest smirk tugging at the corner of his mouth. Disappointed? Devastated. I look past him, at the mist-covered bridge ahead. And where exactly were you heading before I made my graceful descent into the river? Home. Home, huh? Where might that be? There. He lifts his chin slightly, and as if on cue, the mist moves to reveal a structure at the end of the bridge. Is that a ryokan? Yeah. The mist-covered bridge? I didn't know we were in LA. Oh no, we're back! Sanford, yeah, we're back! Oh no! Hi Val, how are you? A ryokan in the spirit world. Don't remind me. It was funny though! So it was funny. I looked at the picture of us the other day. It was so funny though! So it's like acting all like, oh man, I was so sad. I was so sad I wasn't able to see the fucking Golden Gate Bridge in San Fran. We were fucking hysterical there. It was an hysterical moment. It was so funny. So it's just like, oh man. You know what we did see? Sex magic. He's sighing wistfully. Yeah. When did we see sex magic? Is that something I forgot? Did I forget that bit? When did that happen? Indeed. And you live here? The graffiti. Oh yeah, graffiti! I forgot about the graffiti! The sex magic! I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. I can't believe I forgot sex magic. Man. Yeah. I cross my arms, sizing him up. He's as unreadable as ever, but something about his tone is humoring me. With rooms? Yeah. And as one of those rooms just so happens to be empty? He shifts ever so slightly, realizing he was walked straight into whatever trap I have set. Perhaps. Yeah, I'll never forget sex magic. As long as one of us remembers, we will never forget. I'm so sorry for Gore. Oh dear, very fortunate for me. His arms cross over his chest, and for a second I swear he's fighting back the urge to smirk. And you intend to claim it just like that? Well, I did just die and come back as a yokai. I feel like that entitles me to at least one complimentary perk. One? For now? I tap my chin, pretending to think. Tell you what, I'll earn it. Let me help out at your inn. Sweep a few hallways, cleaning the guest rooms, look breathtaking while doing it. It'll be a fair trade. There's a beat of silence then. I have made a mistake. Oh my god. Wonderful! I'll take it. A long, slow exhale escapes him, and for a moment I think he might just walk right back into the river to escape this. Instead, without another word, he simply turns on his heel and continues walking. I follow him with a grin on my face. The ryokan looms ahead, and I can see the wooden panels softened by time and lanterns hanging limp from the eaves. Yeah, she's a smug little shit, I love her. Like, she died a old lady, and now she's like, I am now young again, and it's my job to cause problems. And it isn't ruined, but it looks like it wouldn't mind an excuse to be. This is, not quite what I pictured. Not exactly, welcome weary traveler, enjoy your stay, is it? No. I give him a sidelong glance. He says nothing, but his pace is steady. This isn't how it used to be, is it? It was. A neat little deflection, but I have lived long enough to recognize it. Ah, I see. So, you expect me to believe this place is always this charming? I can practically hear the unspoken sigh before it leaves him. You're not gonna let this go, are ya? Not a chance. Wait, is that amusement I detect? Then at last we step inside. Oh, it's shitty. Oh no, it's shitty. Oh, not the good kind. Not the good kind of. Oh, more like the. Oh, dear. What have I stumbled into? When you open a drawer and find an ancient bento that could double as an exorcism result. Oh, in the junk drawer. Akine, everybody has a junk drawer. It's worse than I thought. A ryokan should be warm and inviting, but this place feels like it's waiting for someone to tell it's over. Tell it's over. You put bento in your junk drawer? Well, everything goes in the junk drawer. Val. If you want to forget about anything, you just toss it in the junk drawer. You don't know what's in the junk drawer. Everything. Yeah. Val, don't judge us. Like, if you see something, you're like, oh man, I don't know where to put this. Whether it be a bento, tape, another bento. You just toss it in the junk drawer. And when you need something specific, you check the junk drawer. Yeah, like if you want a little snack, if you need scissors, check the junk drawer. Need tape? Check the junk drawer. Need a little snack? Check the junk drawer. Bullet you found? Cool rock? Junk drawer. It's a disaster. Yes. Wow. Just like that, not gonna sugarcoat it? Would you believe it if I tried? Fair point. Oh, what happened here? I lost the power to run it. Oh no, he got lazy. You say that like you misplaced it under a cushion. Would have been easier if I had. Hey guys, can you check the junk drawer for my father who disappeared when I was 9? Maybe he's in there. Oh sure, let me go look. Okay, go looked, he's not there. Like, I found this old bento though. Do you want that instead? Wait, so her dad's there? I have everything in my junk drawer. I'm very prepared. Would it be easier if I had? I've sort of seen the same video as me apparently. Oh my god. What the fuck? 1010. 1010, what the fuck? Wow. Wow. Fucked up. Vel shows up, hey dead husband. I don't know, so like can you see if there's those anime figures I want in your junk drawer, please? Thank you. So what did Kojima steal from this VN? It stole the concept of buildings. Believe it or not, buildings did not exist in Kojima games until he played this game. Oh, interesting. And how long has it been like this? A while. That at least I believe. He stole that from his mid-VN. Death Stranding. Not a single building is still Metal Gear Solid 5. True. I should just walk away. This is not my problem nor my responsibility. But still. I know this feeling. I've lived this feeling. I know what this is like. You're far too tired of keeping this place, but you know it will die with you if you don't hold it together. His hands are unmoving, but his shoulders tremble, betraying him. Looks like he hit a nerve. You know that one meme of that really angry dude biting the other guy's head? That's soot to me. Can Kojima steal smug fox girls' necks? I wouldn't trust him to write them. I wouldn't trust that. Kojima sees a woman and immediately all of the writing power in his hands just like crumble to dust. Fox died. No. Have you changed your mind then about staying here? I blink. That wasn't what I'd prepared to say, but looking at this place, I can't see an inn like this and walk away. Not the way it still has bones strong enough to stand. No, I haven't changed my mind. I'm not just gonna help out. I'm gonna help you revitalize it. Because deep down, even after death, I'm still an Okami. Someone who believes in an inn like this deserves life. She needs to breathe through her skin. Oh my god. The fact that 2 people brought it up separately just says volumes, I think. I just don't get it. She needs to breathe through her skin. That's why she's dressed like that. In fact, I'm the insensitive one. You'll regret your words and actions. So something pops up in the corner of my vision. Soot will remember this. Help? Yeah, surely you haven't been left to your own devices for so long that you've forgotten what that means. I am aware of the concept, but I don't need it. No, I'm sure you don't, but that doesn't mean you should turn it down. People offer help, and they live midway, or make it worse. Don't think of it as help then. Think of it as professional meddling. Persistent. And you're stubborn. He exhales slowly as though bracing himself. What do you gain from this? A place to stay, obviously. You want to stay. With me. Even though we just met. He sounds more amused than betrayed. Yeah, well, technically I just died, so I think I'm entitled to make a few impulsive decisions. Besides, it's either you're creepy ryokan or wandering around until something with detachable claws decides they look crunchy. And my gut says you're not the type to take advantage of a woman. I tilt my head slightly, waiting for a twitch or any sign of protesting. Nothing, just calm, tired silence. Besides, you need help, and I need purpose. Let's not complicate a mutually beneficial arrangement. And you assume you can do it better in keeping this place than me? Oh, I know I can do better. His ears prick up as if I've genuinely surprised him. You claim experience then. Dear, I used to walk barefoot through corridors, balancing ledgers, calming guests, and yelling at staff all before breakfast. You yelled at your staff, ma'am? Ma'am? You yelled at your staff? Akine! I let the silence hang, watching him piece it together. You were an Okami in your past life. Ah, so you do listen. A dangerous skill, I know. Then tell me, Okami-sama. What would you do to improve it? For starters, get rid of the cobwebs before they start charging rent. There's dust on every surface. The lanterns are so dim I thought we were holding an exorcism. And I'm pretty sure I felt something evil whispering in that cupboard. I motioned towards the dust-covered reception table next. This looks alarmingly shoddy. Guests should feel welcome, not like they're auditioning for a background role in a ghost story. I glanced toward the empty seating area, where the chairs looked dusty and unkempt. My ears lower instinctively. The sight tugs at a quiet ache in my chest. This place was meant to be lively, and now it just sags. Back in my ryokan, oh, what a time it was! The lanterns always glowed warmly, the sake never stopped flowing, and I knew the name of every guest who ever dared flirt with me. I may have been alone behind the curtains, but the halls never were. Laughter, footsteps, whispers in the night, sometimes scandalous, sometimes not. It was a home, noisy and beautiful and alive. All this looks like shit! This whole place is a tragedy. And you believe you could fix this. Oh, I know I can fix this. Arrogant. If you are as skilled as you claim. Yes, but you're welcome to test me. He studies me for a long moment, and I catch the precise moment he realizes he's gonna lose this argument. Fine, but don't blame me when you fail. Ah, there's the answer I was hoping for. You will work here then. Naturally. And you will follow my rules. Define follow. The man just turns on his heel, expecting me to follow. This is gonna be entertaining. Well then, now that you've sort of accepted my offer, I suppose I should at least know who my boss is. Oh no, he's her employer, now it's problematic. Oh no. Shimon. And who exactly are you, Shimon? I am one of the 4 mythical beasts. He answers with casual indifference of someone commenting on the weather. I beg your pardon? The azure dragon, the vermilion bird, the white tiger, and the black tortoise. I am the white tiger. As in, the white tiger? Very same. Slowly, I let my gaze travel up and down, actually looking at him. This frail, wilting daikon radish of a man is the legendary Byakko? Oh, he watches me with quiet amusement. This man definitely knows what I'm thinking. And how, pray tell, does one of the 4 mythical beasts end up like this? That's not important. I think it's very important. You're free to think so. I exhale sharply through my nose. Fine, I'll let it go for now. Fine then. Let's start over, then. I am Akine, former Okami of the Ryokan Tsukikage of the human world. I ran my ryokan for decades. I know how to handle guests, manage staff, and maintain order. You do know? A challenge! Oh, delightful. Dear, I once managed the summer festival, 3 weddings, and a pipe burst all in one day, while wearing a kimono with a busted hem. I practically breathe hospitality. I kept that place running on time, under budget, with guests so happy they left gifts. Shimon doesn't answer, before shaking his head sarcastically. Bold words for a wolf who drowned in a river. Excuse me? I was not the one who was fished out like a wet, shivering pup. I was just testing the current. How fortunate then that I arrived before your test reached its conclusion. Fine, he won this round. Welcome then to your new home. Well then, boss, shouldn't you be showing me around? Surely you have some idea of what I'm supposed to be doing. Perhaps. He moves with the grace of someone who refuses to acknowledge his own exhaustion. Naturally, I match his pace. If I wanted, I could glide ahead effortlessly. But there's something entertaining about watching him pretend he's not running on sheer willpower alone. Just as I'm considering how long he'll keep up the act, I catch sight of my reflection in a dusty mirror. Right. I'm still wearing his robe. It's scandalously slipping off one shoulder, draping around me in a way that could either be elegant or suggestive depending on the lighting. My, and here I am strolling through your home in nothing but your clothing. What would the spirit say? Shimon stops mid-step and turns to me. You require proper clothing. Do I? I think this look has a certain charm. A bit daring, quite refined actually. Stay here. Such a commanding tone. She just wants to cause problems. I love her. He doesn't dignify me with a response. Rude, and disappears down a hall, leaving me alone. I take the opportunity to glance around. What was this place like before, when it was alive? Why does he seem so reluctant to talk about it? Before I could dig too deeply into my own curiosity, Shimon returns, carrying a neatly folded kimono. I know, she's so cute! The moment my fingers brush the fabric, I notice something immediately. It's well kept. There's a faint lingering scent, soft, floral, and distinctly not his. A woman's scent. Oh, whose kimono is this? I'm gonna ask him. Oh, boss, whose kimono did you just give me? He recoils slightly as if I just hit a nerve. It was the only one left available. Was it? Nothing but silence. Curious, the fabric is elegant and preserved with care. Not the kind of thing a man like him would keep out of convenience. Funny thing though, a forgotten garment wouldn't be this well kept. Are you gonna change or do you prefer to stand here and test my patience? Oh, I love testing patience, but you already knew that. Oh, Akine. Ha! That's not a disagreement. Well, for whoever this kimono belonged to, they mattered. A lover, perhaps? Thank you. This hallway leads to the guest rooms. Oh, she looks cute! How many are there? Her hair's up! More than enough, but they are unused. Don't worry, boss. I have plenty of ideas to bring life back to this place. I will reserve judgment. He strides ahead before I can retort. There's something familiar in this. Not the walls, but the rhythm. Walking the halls, checking the rooms, holding it all together. I did this for decades. I watched him just ahead, shoulders heavy in a way I remember too well. Was he always this quiet? Or did the ryokan take his voice like it tried to take mine? This is one of the guest rooms. Oh. He slides the shoji door open at a smooth motion, revealing the room inside. Well, this one's not completely hopeless. What a relief, I was very worried. His voice is as dry as the air in here, but I catch a subtle, amused tone. Still, I wouldn't call it inviting. Feels more like the kind of room you'd give to a guest when you don't actually want them to stay. I swished my tail, stepping further inside. A little warmth, a little charm, this place could be something special. I simply cannot wait. Alright, first order of business, who's cleaning all this? That would be you. My dear, do you really think I'd fall for that? You are the Okami now. Hashtag male living spaces. Yes, and a proper Okami delegates. Speaking of, where are all the staffs? Surely you weren't running this place alone. No, there were others. Were? A soldier spirit who cooked, a broom that never stopped sweeping, a lazy river dweller who barely did anything unless bribes. When my strength faded, they withdrew. Yokai bound to a place need energy to remain. Without it, they slumber or disappear. So, they've been asleep this whole time? Perhaps. Or waiting. I can no longer tell the difference. He says like it doesn't hurt, but something in his voice tells me it does. Ugh. His weight shifts. Something is off. Boss? His posture wavers. His balance falters. Before I know it, he collapses. Shimon! I move without thinking, catching him before he fully crumples to the floor. He's lighter than I expected. Surprisingly so. For someone built like a tragic mountain god, I thought I'd need divine intervention, or at least a sturdy wheelbarrow. Well now, look who still has upper body strength. she's buff. You overdid it, didn't you? Silence. I sigh, pressing my fingers lightly to his wrist, checking the pulse beneath the skin. Wait, do yokais even have a pulse? I'm alive. I smoothed a stray lock of white hair away from his mask, brushing it carefully behind his ear. You really don't take care of yourself, huh? It looks like he might respond, but in the end, he doesn't. Lucky for you, dear. You just hired the best Okami there is. He groaned softly. I take that as acceptance. Now where's your room? Unnecessary. Ah, so he's one of the quiet, brooding types who wear their past like a second mask and dare you to ask what's beneath. Let me guess. You think you can sleep anywhere, don't you? Yeah. Nope. Absolutely not. If I let you, you'll curl up in some drafty hallway and waste away in your sleep. A proper Ryokan master must have a proper room. He exhales, aggressively. The nerve! Look, you can fight me on this, or you can just tell me where it is and I'll let you sleep in peace. Your choice. End of the hall. Alright, boss, up we go. Shimon's room is unsurprising. Hashtag male living spaces. It only has a bed. It's organized. Spotless even. But it is also the most lifeless space I've ever stepped into. This is the room of a man who has decided to live his life as an aesthetic exercise in suffering. I shift my grip again, still surprised I'm carrying him at all. To be honest, and lower him carefully onto the futon. Men really live like this and see nothing wrong, I know, right? The second he touched the mattress, his body fully gave out into the exhaustion. You know, most people keep something in their room? A trinket? A book? Maybe, like, anything that suggests they are a person? Silence, which is expected, but still. Oh. Oh. He doesn't even have a bed frame. I mean, it's a ryokan. It's a traditional house. So it's like the other roll-up mattresses thing that you put away every day. Help change his clothes. Shimon is drenched in sweat. Without thinking, I reach for the collar of his robe, loosening the fabric slightly to help him breathe. My fingers brush the warm skin of his chest. It's searing. His skin radiates an immense amount of heat. Oh, Kami-sama, he's burning up. Yet when I touch him, I'm the one holding my breath. His hand twitches as he gestures towards the wooden chest in the corner. So he's aware, and very much, letting this happen. Your clothes are in there? He gives the smallest nod, head tilting, observing me. I move to the chest, sliding it open. Inside a stack of folded robes identical in design. I grab one from the top and return. Alright, let's get you out of this, boss. No funny business. I'm just doing this as a professional. A responsible adult. I kneel beside him, fingers brushing his shoulders as I pull the outer robe down slowly. The damp fabric clings before giving away. My palm accidentally grazes the curve of his back. Shimon inhales sharply. A tremor runs through his arm. Hold still, alright? Shimon exhales slowly now, then speaks with a low tone. You're very thorough, Kami-sama. My fingers freeze just below his collarbone. My heart does something rather scandalous. This man is trembling, but he has the gall to tease me like this. I swallow the urge to retort. There, that's better. He'll be back to grumbling at me in no time. I trace my thumb carefully along the edge of his sleeve, a light, pointless touch. I convince myself it's to adjust the fold. We both know it isn't. Wife said she wanted a massage and no funny business, but she did one funny business within her very peculiar species. Oh my god. Did Ben Franklin say that? What the fuck? Sleep well, Shimon. Now that's settled. The sad, exhausted excuse for a tiger clearly doesn't know how to take care of himself. Some bit about Ben Franklin earlier? What do you mean there's a bit about Ben Franklin? What the fuck are you doing in Velcourt right now? But old Ben did say older women are better. I mean, like, technically, this lady, she might look young right now, but she died an old woman. So she is an older woman, technically. I mean, look at him. Gorgeous, yes, responsible. Hags, Ben Franklin. He's lucky I'm here. Or maybe I'm the lucky one. Depends on the lighting. This is my mission now. No guests. No staff. Dust thick enough to grow mushrooms and spirits loitering like they pay rent. Ha! Not on my tatami. Right. Alright, this place is a mess. Let's fix that. Eyes sharp, dust, cobwebs, gunk, whatever doesn't belong is getting evicted. I could click them to get rid of them. This is still a ryokan, gosh darn it, and I will still start acting like one. Let's keep finding and clearing every nook and cranny. The more I clean, the lighter the air will feel. The environment will change once you have cleaned everything. Oh my god. Oh god, I gotta find them all. Okay, map. Gotta go... Entrance. Get the fuck out of here. Right about the guest book? That's rude! No one wants to sign in under a spider ambush. Okay. Wow! Yeah, we're power washing now. I think the windows are the only one dazzling in this ryokan thanks to the suspicious yellow stains. Why are there yellow stains? Why are the stains yellow? Guys, why are the stains yellow? Okay. A cobweb to the face. More haunted manner than ryokan, really? Okay. Oh! Whoa! Poor plane is trying its best, so the creepy crawlies have to go. Okay. A torn scroll. Either someone left in a hurry and accidentally torn it, or a fight broke and this is the aftermath. Right. Ryokan, man, I wish Token Ranvo. You know, if you're gonna lurk inside the cupboard, at least offer that help dust. Okay. Oh, of course there will be blood, because this inn didn't have enough horrific ambiance already. Alright. Okay, where's the last one? Where are you, you little bitch? Where are you, you little bitch? A little light would be nice, preferably the non-ominous kind. Room cleaned! Oh, it looks so much better. Wow. Okay, so... Red Bridge. Okay, alright. Well, it's either caused by a swamp gas or a creature lurking beneath the water. I don't want to deal with this I don't deal with either. I just smack it. It gets back in place. Oh, spirit. Pair of glowing eyes in a dark room. Fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted today. Get out. I just imagine she just has like a duster and she just smacking spirits with it. It's just the wind, right? Right. Okay. Oh, hands? Just no. The hands. Okay. Oh. Not exactly the soothing scenery I'd expect. Okay. Where are you? Right. Oh, the vines. Got it. Don't think about what caused it. Just scrub it clean. Where are you, you little... I step back, surveying my work with no small amount of satisfaction. The dust? Gone. The cobwebs? Vanquished. Evil spirits are probably migrating somewhere else. Then I hear footsteps behind me. I turn just as Shimon answers, and... Oh. Oh no. Why? Why is he handsome? Why does he look like that after barely a nap? His skin has color again. His shoulders look broader. Oh no, when you clean more, he gets more handsome. His jawline is more defined, making you slice mochi. Can sleeping for a little bit change his appearance so drastically? Is that even allowed? My gaze absolutely betrays me, and of course he notices. Ahem. I clear my throat so hard I might have dislodged my spine and immediately throw my hands towards a freshly cleaned lobby. Well, well, look who's up and walking. What do you think? It is acceptable. Oh, I'm sorry, did I mishear? Because it sounded like you just undersold my miracle work. Everything's still standing, that is an improvement. I gasp, hand to my chest like he just struck me with a mortal wound. Everything is still standing? After all I've done, this is the level of praise I get? Would you prefer a ceremony, a festival in your honor? Small compliment wouldn't hurt. I will see if the spirits can play instruments. Did you just joke back? My ears trick me? Admit it, you're impressed. Sigh. You did well. Wait. Say it again. No. Just once more, please, so I can cherish your compliment. I will say only this. It is nice to walk through a place that does not resemble an evil spirit's final resting place. Ah, victory. I fold my arms triumphantly while he, like, I can't tell what his expression is under the mask, but I know he approves. Perhaps it's time. Time to reopen, start gathering power again. Let's do it. I step forward, tilting my head, watching him closely. I'll make this ryokan shine again, boss. Just you wait. We will see. No, we will succeed. And this time he doesn't argue. The ryokan creaks as if exhaling for the first time in years. The dust may have settled, but the real chaos is only just beginning. Cute! Cute, that was short. That was a short demo. But I liked it. I liked it. I like the MC because like she's so sassy. Cute. Yeah, so this is on Steam and you can wishlist it if you want. Yeah. And the link for it is up in the pinned if you want to wishlist this for yourself. The demo literally just released publicly a couple days ago, or like I don't know. It's been a long week. So I don't know the actual like when it came out. But the demo just came out so you can try it out for yourself and like make different choices that mean stuff. And if you are interested in the game, you can wishlist it. I'm not sure what the intention is as far as like, because like some visual novels are seeking Kickstarters. Like there's a lot of Kickstarter ones going on right now. So I'm like, I'm not sure if this one like they're intending on doing a Kickstarter or not. So like I genuinely don't know. But I look forward to seeing more because this is very, very, very cute. I like it a lot. Yeah. So I since I got through most of the games I wanted to play today, I guess we're gonna end it and see who we're gonna raid. That was fun. That was fun. I like playing VNs. See, who the fuck is online? Hmm. I think I am going to raid. I'm just gonna do GDQ. Well, oh, Cookies just started streaming. Cookies is currently playing Sonic Racing Cross Worlds with drops enabled. So if you want like a drop from Sonic Cross Worlds, you can get some drops by watching Cookies. So we're gonna go see what the Sonic Racing game's about. Maybe we'll see Miku. I don't know. But let's go say hi to Cookies. Um, they are very, very nice. Uh, yeah. But again, if you want to check out either of the games, they are included in the visual novel festival currently going on Steam. There's also like a ton of other visual novels that are available. Both demos are out. We've been streaming a lot of demos lately on Otome Tuesdays. So there's like a lot of that going on. Um, and there's also a lot of VNs that are on sale. Like even the like big budget ones are on sale right now. Like Bustafellows, Him, the Smile and Bloom is also on sale. So if you ever see a video that you're interested in, like please, this is a perfect opportunity to go check out some stuff because there's a bunch of discounts and a bunch of demos being promoted right now. So anyway, let's go say hi to Cookies, and tomorrow I will be online at some point. Um, what am I playing tomorrow? I'm playing Final Fantasy tomorrow at some point. I don't know when. I'll figure it out. Anyway, good night, guys. See you sometime tomorrow. Bye.